Grandmaster Dutchy Beats.
Oh, anyway, AC, you were telling us about the time you had a threesome with another guy.
No, I was at the end club, right? It was LTJ Bookham night, yeah? And in the other room, they had Grandmaster Kaz. Yeah. Remember Grandmaster Kaz and that, yeah? So I'd gone into the because what it was in the main room, it was all very like relaxed, kind of their kind of vibe, innit? LTJ Bookham vibe. You had DRS in there and Conrad and whatnot, and all that crew. And then on the other side, you had like all this old funk music being played, like, and Grandmaster Kaz was DJing, and he had like some other legendary DJ or whatever. So I went in there and I was just chilling, and then this geezer, he was sitting next to me, and he pointed to this white girl over across the room. He was like, "Yeah, man, yeah, let's move to her." And I was like, what? I was like, what do you mean? He goes, "Come on, man, she's never been with a man like you or me. Let's move to her, yeah. Then like later, I'll be doggying her from the back and she can suck your dick, yeah." And I was like, "I'm not really into her, bro. She's not my cup of tea, innit?" He was like, "All right, cool. I'll go look for some more, and then I'll come back. I was like, "Okay, yeah, cool." And I didn't see him for the rest of the night, innit?
Thank God. What are you talking about? What do you mean let's?
Crazy.
What do you mean let's?
Yeah,
like, there's no let's about it, bro. No. Like, go do you, innit? Leave me out.
You do it, or I'll do it. We're not going to go move to it together.
But like, why do I need to be in your sexual encounter? I don't understand. Yeah. Like, I got nothing to do with it.
No, bro, I never even met the guy either.
Nah, that's crazy, man. Nah, not.
Maybe that's what he was on, innit? Just going around clubs in London, meeting strangers and fucking them.
Okay, that's cool. Thing. Like, if that's your thing, yeah, that's your thing. Just don't involve me in it. Just leave me. Let me nod my head to my music, man. That's crazy.
Probably made this clear from the get-go.
Yeah. But this was like, I think this is what year was this? 2000 or something, and Grandmaster Kaz was there, and he just brought out a single where he was dissing the guy who nicked his bars, innit, for the Sugar Hill Gang thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Big Bang Hank.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And it was like 2000, year 2000. And that was like 1979, innit? I was like, let me buy this tune, innit? And he was like, 20 pounds for a vinyl and this tune. And
they'd buy it. Yeah, that's probably worth double that now, man. You should have got it.
Yeah. But I said, I've got a fiver. It was the end of the night, man. So I was like, I've got £5, innit? Can I have it? He was like, no, man, £20. I was like, okay, forget it. Sorry.
Damn. Well, yeah. Welcome to the How You Doing, Mate podcast. We are back. Almost wasn't back because a lot of unprofessionalism is going on in the group chat. As we can see, AC still eating his dinner.
Yeah.
Like,
I've literally just finished my vegan cornetto for my dessert. The only reason I eat dinner nowadays so I can have a dessert.
Yeah. What other reason is there? Have you ever done that though? But this is the thing, yeah.
My dad used to say you should eat dessert first and the main course after.
That explains a lot, to be honest.
Yeah, it does. It definitely does.
He never did it, but he used to say that would be more logical, innit?
But see, to me, I'm an adult, innit? So sometimes I'm just like, why do I need to?
Yeah.
Like, I can just do what I want, but it's so ingrained, man.
It's like, programmed. It's programmed. I'll eat like a small dinner, then have an absolute massive pile of pancakes or something like that.
Yeah, well, you had the dinner. Like, it's cool.
Yeah.
I made pancakes the other day.
Yeah.
On pancake day, innit?
Yeah, your pancakes weren't as good as my pancakes, so let's not talk about them.
But my pancakes bang, and then the day after, I made them again.
Yeah.
What you eating for dinner?
I had peri-peri chicken, steamed vegetables, and jollof rice.
Why are you eating vegetables, man? Your parents aren't even there. You don't have to eat your vegetables, you know that?
Yeah.
Bro, are you mad? You end up getting bowel cancer.
I don't eat vegetables.
Be careful, but seriously, yeah? No. I know people that haven't eaten vegetables and they got bowel cancer and they died.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's them, man. I'm still not eating vegetables.
Be careful. That's all I got to say. Be careful.
I'm being careful. Make sure there's no vegetables in my fucking food.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. We used to have a driver, like Atomic Hooligan used to have a driver, a guy from Swindon, and he didn't eat anything apart from bars of chocolate and like packets of crisps. Like he had like 14. No, he was like skinny as of course he was skinny as a rake. He wasn't fat or anything, but he just took in zero nutrients in his food.
Yeah, because he's only eating carbs and fucking sugar, innit? So that's just keeping him going.
Like I don't know how he he was always pretty sleepy. which is quite worrying.
Yeah, it's just crashing and burning, isn't it, all day?
Yeah.
Literally no nutrients.
Man.
Falling asleep on the M25. He's stick like one finger of Twix in his mouth, and he's back up at it again.
I love the fact that he was your driver as well, the person you need to be the most alert.
He wasn't the driver for very long.
Do you know what?
Do you remember that guy in Taiwan? Like when we were eating that soup. He's like,
the rain guy, yeah.
the puke soup, the shit and piss soup. I didn't eat anything else. Like he absorbed absolutely no food in the last 6 months, just so that he could be authentic. Like no protein.
You know what I love? I love how the story changes every time we tell it. It's got like no resemblance to actually what happened, but I don't care because it gets funnier every time.
It doesn't matter.
Not at all, man. Not at all. Some of the tour stories, one of the funniest tour stories ever was, I don't even remember what club it was, but that guy, I don't even remember the actual story. All I remember was the punchline is perfect circle. And I don't know how we got to it.
What was he trying to draw? He's trying to show you how to draw a circle.
This guy was like, where you lot from? He's like, from London. He's like, yeah, I went to London once. I got kidnapped. They put me in a boot. We like,
Jesus Christ.
Fuck you talking about, man? Fuck up.
That's why he'd never go to London again. And we made up this whole scenario where he got kidnapped by Tracy Emin and turned into like an and they just made his mouth touch his arsehole. And like it was called the perfect circle, and he was like the rave of the town, and then he came back to Norfolk or where we were, and he's like, I'm never going back to London again. Believe what happened to me.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
that's actually crazy.
You do meet some mad people. So I guess people are starting to get bookings again now, man.
Yeah.
I haven't got any bookings yet, but
no.
I got a couple coming.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I don't know if it's gonna happen or not.
Yours for June? After June?
Yeah, I've got like 2 in June, and then some in August. Probably looking, but I don't know, man. The June ones, I'm not really sure in it. I'll just see. You know, I'm planning to do a birthday boat party as well with Scoundrel from Rough Tempo.
Oh, sick! I love Scoundrel, man.
So yeah, man. I'm planning to do that, but we're gonna do it on a Sunday. I want to do a fancy dress boat party as well, man. I want to do something special. But he was like, "Oh, only the girls are coming fancy dress." I was like, "Look, I don't really care, man. It's like just something that's like, do you know what I mean? A bit special about it. End of coronavirus, lockdown or whatever." But the only thing I'm thinking of is because I saw the government saying that it's 23% capacity for all these events. So then doing a boat party is not really going to work because you need to get like a certain number of people tickets sold to pay off the boat costs and everything. Yeah. And then it's like as well with the clubs, if it's only 23%.
that won't bother me. That's normal. What? I'm going to double my capacity. I'm going to double my crowd.
Yeah, for a UK hip hop crowd, that's good news.
Not a UK hip hop, a Genesis Elijah crowd. I'm like, wait, the government said more of you have to come.
But the thing is, if it wasn't that, if it wasn't a 23% capacity, I think these events would be really good because people are just mad to have a blast in it to go out.
Yeah.
So, but you know, that's the only thing that's making me think. But then I'm like, I'll do it. But then if anything is saying that you can't do it, then obviously just postpone the date. The tickets are sold. Anyone who wants a refund, you refund them. But otherwise, just postpone it until you can do it, and then you know.
Well, what was it? What was the date that they said that all restrictions?
21st. Oh no, 21st of June is where they're saying events are allowed to happen again. But
August,
then all
restrictions is like July or something like that.
August was the one where like big festivals can happen and shit.
Yeah, because I've seen a load of festivals like Barry Ashworth has just announced like the Mucky Weekender Festival again and stuff. So
Leeds and Reading are back on as well.
Yeah.
There's definitely things being announced. I just put on Facebook a little while ago, like I've seen various like kind of promotional videos for like events and festivals and stuff like that. And every single one of them, there's like a really artistic kind of cool shot of someone going like that with like a hand sanitizer pump and then going. I actually think it's pretty smart that they're including that in the promotional video.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea.
They must have seen the Vision Express adverts, innit? Where they're like, we usually clean our stuff really well, but we're going to clean it even better now when you come in.
We used to do like shit, but we're going to do it properly now.
Yeah.
I'm not rolling, man. I'm not rolling. Somebody's, I mean, you should have been cleaning it properly in the first place.
Yeah.
Don't bullshit me, man. Don't bullshit me.
So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens, man. Hopefully. But then there's like they're saying, oh, yeah, everyone's going to get vaccinated by a certain time and everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
And then obviously there's going to be a whole lot of people that don't want to get vaccinated. And then what are they going to...
It's going to be vaccine passport business.
Yeah.
For the majority of pretty much everything. That's how it's going to go, man.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't got...
I mean, they had that super fast testing kind of stuff, like the gates in between events and all that kind of stuff, where you were sectioned off, you got tested really quickly.
Yeah.
And then, like if you were clear, you could go into the rave.
Isn't it 20 minutes though? It takes, doesn't it?
It's 20 minutes, but mate, every time I do my test down in Luton, they've sent me a text message within half an hour.
Oh yeah, okay. Because then people were saying, "Oh, how feasible is that when you got queues of people?"
You got a queue of people. One person's got it. Now everyone in that queue has been, I guess, exposed to it. So it all falls apart, man.
Yeah.
I
I think what's going to happen is soon the government's going to say, you know what, we can't fucking cope with this. Just go out, and if you die, you just stay at home. Don't go to the hospital. Just die.
That's what they wanted before, man. That's what they really wanted before. And
but before, when he was saying, herd immunity, he was like thinking that people will still be able to go to hospital and it wouldn't get over what's the word, flooded with patients and shit. But then he got proved wrong. But then now I think they'll just be like, if you got COVID, we can't even give you a bed, we can't put you on a machine, you just got to die or live. It's up to your body. That's what I think will happen. If all these new strains are just mutating all over the place and then the vaccine doesn't even work and shit, do you know what I mean? So they'll be like, fuck it.
Yeah, I, to be fair, I guess that would make a lot more people happy, to be fair. Because it's in their hands, in it, they can just do what the fuck they want.
Do you know what? I'm having no more like kind of COVID conversations with anyone. Like I've banned it. Like, I don't mind. It's good to talk about it on here, but like any conversations that someone starts to start with me with COVID, I just like shh.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to you about it anymore. Like I'm so over it.
Do you have it? No, I ain't got it, so we ain't gonna talk about it. Like, I mean,
have either of you had it? Did you have it at all?
No.
You hadn't had it? Oh yeah. No. So I've had it. So then they were saying that now they're saying that one dose of the Pfizer vaccine is all you need if you've already had it. So I don't know, just mad, because usually you have one and then you have a repeat one, isn't it? Like 10 weeks later or something.
I'll tell you who does have COVID, who we hope gets well very soon, is Mamiya Abu Jamal.
Oh shit!
Yeah, man, free Mamiya. So
shit, really?
Yeah, I saw a post that Stickman put up.
And
he was just saying, free Mamiya, get him out of there, get him the.
Fuck, it's mad that people are getting it in prison, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it is.
I heard the Kent variant is sweeping through America now as well.
The hell?
Yeah, how the fuck did that happen? But I think it's because business people are still going to America and just not quarantining, isn't it?
There's still been travel, like business travel and stuff like that. People are still been traveling around. Like fucking Luton Airport, there's still flights going out of there regularly.
Yeah. It's a bit mad, isn't it?
Yeah, you see, Nigel Farage got caught today lying about the refugees in Dover.
What was he saying?
Fucking
he said that refugees had brought over some COVID, and then they were like, no, none of them tested. They're all clean, mate. So
what a fucking dick.
His tweet was, there's a boat arrived at Dover with 12 refugees in, and they tested positive for COVID. And it's like, number one, how the fuck would you know that? They don't make that like public
knowledge.
Yeah. Number two, like the Home Office, for fuck's sake. I mean, underneath him, it took the Home Office to come in underneath him and say, this is incorrect. Like,
well, that's good that they fucking did that.
Yeah.
Because you'd expect. Usually, a lot of the time they'd be like, "Oh yeah, fuck it, let's let him just say what the fuck he wants and just stir up hatred in it." But
I guarantee that Pretty Patel, she was pretty pissed off that they said that though. Like whoever tweeted it, she's probably like, "Oh, you bastards." Because even though he was cussing her, like they're on the same fucking team, innit? They're both
100%.
Oh, what was Nigel Farage cussing her?
Yeah, because he was saying like she should do more, whatever. And it's like, trust me, she's doing as much as she possibly can to get everybody out.
Has she kicked her own parents out of the country yet or not?
Probably not, but
she probably would if she
could.
Yeah, it would if make her more popular with the fucking gammon.
Of course she would. Of course she would. But like,
you know that word, the gammon thing, yeah? Who the fuck made that up, man? The gammon.
I was reading about it a few weeks ago, and my recollection is a bit off, but it came about in 2012 to describe what happened in 2012. If there
Olympics
was in 2012 or something like that, came about to describe the colour that old white men's faces turn when they get angry about immigration and stuff like that.
Oh, because I was thinking it's a bit deep. I thought they was calling all white people gammons or something. I was like, what the fuck? That's a bit deep, innit? I was like, come on, man. And then, so I wouldn't really use the G word. Do you know what I mean? I was just like, nah, I ain't really gonna use that, man. But then, like, if you're explaining it like that, then okay, it kind of makes sense. But
hey, I wouldn't usually say this, but I'll give you white person permission to use it.
To use the G word, yeah.
You can say gammon till the cows come home, mate. Till the gammon come home.
Do you like eating gammon? Do you like the taste of gammon?
I've been eating gammon in about fucking 15 years. I stopped eating pork years ago, didn't I? Before I became a vegetarian. But nah, even then I didn't like. I fucking hate pork.
Gammon's weird, isn't it? Because it's like salty, like bacon, but it's thick.
Horrible, man. It reminds me of like Sundays with boiled vegetables and gammon, like horrible. Like
school dinners, we used to have gammon sometimes at school dinner, innit?
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of. School dinners, that cheap school dinners with the shit gravy. Like the only like pork I used to eat was bacon.
Yeah. Ribs. Like ribs, you can have some banging ribs sometimes. No,
there's certain meat that I'm just not eating. Yeah, gammon's one of them. Like roast beef, I'm just not eating. Like anything that's just nah, man. This is like, why would you have roast beef when you can have steak? And I don't even like steak that much. I'm like, why would I have steak when I can have burgers? Like, I'm just there's certain things.
It all depends. The thing is,
what about burgers when I can have Frazzles?
There you go, and they're vegan as well.
And burger rings. Why would I have burgers when I can have burger rings?
Crisp, chocolate, and cider. That's all you need, man.
But it all depends on how you do it, though, innit? Like that's the thing with meat. Like even what they those people said, the vegan guys, when they're saying, meat actually you can replicate its taste just by seasoning other things.
Because meat don't taste like nothing.
That's what I'm saying.
Apart from bacon,
so it's only like anything. It's only good
the seasoning.
Or the seasoning. For real. So you could just have something else. Like that's why when they're saying that the scientists have found the how they can just replicate meat and build it from they've found what the molecules are and they just put it together and they just build it. Yeah. And then you can have 3D printers printing you out slabs of meat. Yeah. And fuck it, I'll eat that. I don't give a fuck. I'd rather eat that than kill a fucking animal.
Yeah. That's been there because they've got this whatever it is, this enzyme that they can grow meat from, and it's ethical because it's never actually been a living thing. It's never had it's never had feelings, and it's never had.
Yeah, I'll eat that.
Well, that's what that unbelievable burger or something, whatever it's called, is.
Unreal. Is that Unreal Burger?
Is it?
Yeah, the one that bleeds. I think it's Unreal or something. But they do it. There's a place in Pop Up Brixton that do it. They do I went there and got a burger once. It was all right, man. Like it wasn't. I don't know. You can say it's not meat, but at the same time, not something you're like, oh, this is nasty. It's just like, it is what it is, man. It tastes like it's okay. If you went to someone's house and they told you it was a real beef burger and you ate it, you'd be like, okay, that's pretty good. But again, it's the stuff around it. It's like the bun, it's the fucking the salad, the sauce, all that shit. You get me?
Mm-hmm. There's a place called, I think it's called Greenwich in Luton, and they do I think it's like a seitan burger. I'm not actually sure what it is.
A Satan burger.
No, seitan.
What's that?
It's kind of like tofu. It's like another.
It's the devil, man. The devil, see, the lefty devil's trying to get you to not eat meat. Meat is from God. And the
seitan. I've just made a connection.
Come on, man.
Vegans evil, lefties.
Yeah. How much is it? £6.66. What?
And that you wouldn't know the difference that it wasn't meat. Like you would have no idea because, as Jen said, it's got the meat, it's got the vegan cheese on it, it's got I tell you what, there's some fucking banging. I did used to miss bacon, and I found like I think it's called Devil's Kitchen. I think it's called. What kind of? I don't think it's totally something. I can't remember what it is.
Made from babies, made from fetuses.
Yeah, exactly. It's made from
adrenal glands.
No, it's made from like maybe it is, but it's made from
adrenochrome.
Yeah, that shit.
It's made from the same stuff as they make corn from, like like protein or whatever it is. You know, and they put this in this burger as well. But with that and the gherkins and the vegan cheese, and you're eating it, and you wouldn't know that it's not a real burger. I challenge anybody to say that it's not a real burger.
Yeah.
Fucking mad, man. It's really nice.
Yeah.
It's KFC are doing what are they doing now, the vegan bucket, innit? In America.
See, I fuck with that.
Yeah. I had the vegan burger.
But this is the thing. I'm upset, and this is another reason why I hate fucking vegans and vegetarians, because when I was a vegan and vegetarian, no one gave a fuck, man. I had to eat some fucking rancid shit. Like, it was nothing for me. No one gave a fuck. All I got, was Terry taking a piss out of me and fucking no good food anywhere. So now I'm just like, you know what, man?
You around the restaurant chucking fucking sushi at you.
You know what you should have done? What you should have done, Jen, was when you were a vegan, because you live near Watford and that, innit? You should have gone to the Hare Krishna temple.
Yeah,
I went there. Asked them for recipes.
No, they was good. They were all right. I used to go to those places all the time. I remember one time.
Did they give you recipes and that?
Nah, I didn't ask them recipes. I ate the food, bruv. I'm not a fucking chef, AC.
Yeah, you should ask. No, but you should ask them for recipes, innit?
I ain't cooking for shit. Like, I cook while I cook, innit? But I remember one time when I was like proper on my vegetarian shit, and I found this I think I was with Corinne, and I found this restaurant that had like these crazy reviews. I think it was Indian food, but it was a vegetarian restaurant. And I like, it was looking for places where you can actually both go and eat good food, and like we went there, and then I was like, she's like, is it vegetarian? I was like, yeah. She's like, fuck this shit. She's like, I'm not fucking eating it.
Well, she didn't like it.
Didn't even try the food. She's like, nah, I'm not eating vegetarian. I was like,
oh, why?
She didn't want to eat vegetarian food.
Oh.
There's some banging like kind of vegetarian Indian restaurants around. You tried that place in Harrow, Sacconi's.
Yeah, Sacconi's, yeah.
Is that the one by
near the cinema?
Near the cinema, yeah.
The old one. Yeah, that's sick.
Next to Blockbusters,
yeah. Yeah, that place is good, man. There's another place as well, near North Harrow Station. Can't remember what it's called, but they do vegan restaurant, it's Indian vegan, but they do like super cheap lunches, man. The lunch was like something like £4 or something. Bearing in mind, we spend like when we're out working, we spend like £10 on lunch.
Yeah, they always are. Like
it's like £4. It's like, and they gave you loads of food as well.
Sick.
Like you go and get one of those like dosais, like they're fucking massive and they're full of filling. And they're like £3.50, £3 or something like that. That's more than enough.
I literally had it for lunch and for dinner. I was like, this is a lot. I was like, this is lunch, yeah? Like this is only like £4. It was something stupid, like £3. But
there's a place like that just off like at the top of Curtin Road in just by Old Street, and you go up there and I think it's like a bookshop in the front, and you go down the back. And they got like 5 hot plates, and it's the different curries every day. And you just go, right, that one, and that one. They fill it up, and it's like £5, and it lasts you for fucking days.
You know that the thing with vegan food though, like you just got to make sure you're getting the protein in that as well, isn't it? Like some people, they just wait.
Go on. You talking shit, then I'll give you the facts after. Go on.
No. Because you got to make sure you like if you're gonna have just the vegetables, you got to make sure you got the chickpeas and the dal stuff, like what do they make that lentils and all that in it? Then that's got like protein in it, isn't it? But then what else has got like if you're just having anything
green peas, anything like
peas, peas, yeah. Yeah,
Listen,
yeah, true.
How much protein do you think you need a day?
I don't know. Fuck knows, isn't it?
There we go then. So you don't even know how much protein you need. But
No,
you're like,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Yeah,
bullshit. Listen.
No. Wait. I'm just saying because my dad's a vegan. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he fucking lost loads of weight when he just fucked. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
I've never lost weight. I've put weight on.
So but obviously he was slim always. But then when he's a vegan, he's like lost bare weight, and then also he got vitamin B deficiency and all that kind of stuff.
That's cool.
All I'm saying is, I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying you've got to make sure you're getting like what you said about the green peas and all that kind of stuff. You got to make sure they're included, isn't it? Like
protein
or at least
is the only time you need to worry about protein is if you're a growing baby or a really old person. Then you might have to worry about getting enough protein.
Oh,
so enough protein. You're talking about if you're getting 20 grams a day, you're doing fine.
Like, oh really? Because I always see them fucking them health people like fitness trainers and all that shit saying, oh, you got to have fucking this much protein a day and all this shit.
Because they're selling the shit to you. So obviously they're gonna say you got to have this much shit. Like, it's so dumb. And it's funny.
The thing is, I do like if I have a like a meal that hasn't got like a significant amount of protein in it, the meal feels different. I don't feel satisfied.
Okay, is it the protein or is it the lack of fat and fiber? Because that's another thing as well. Because you can eat a meal of pure protein and still not feel satisfied. You can eat eat egg whites. Like sit down and get as many egg whites as you want. I guarantee you, by the end of it, you're not going to be like, oh, I just had a good meal. It don't feel the same.
All over the floor.
There you go. Or you eat porridge. Porridge feels very different. There's no protein.
I love
protein. Protein is in porridge, yeah.
But it's a little. It's not. It's
like 12 grams of protein per 100 gram serving.
So it's not really. It's like, you know what I mean. It's not nothing really to talk about.
Yeah.
Right, but it's got way more fiber. So that's what. And plus you're having it with milk, which has fat in as well. So that's what you get. These when I was when I used to work out, when I was a bodybuilder person, there were times when I would have 300 grams of protein a day like I would do that all the time, and it was like, that's what you have to keep your muscle. Then what I did was around the time, one of the years when I was kind of stopping, I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take my protein all the way down and see how much muscle I lose. So I took my protein down to, there were some points where I was doing like 10 grams or 25 grams a day. Literally lost zero muscle. It made no difference at all. So it's like, again, it's like what's bioavailable. How much is your body going to use? Your body doesn't really use protein that much because for your body, protein is important, but it's only a small amount. It's you talking about you driving a car. How much electricity does your car need? It don't really need that much. It gets it from the battery. What it really needs is fucking fuel. You ain't got no fuel. That shit's gonna stop real quick. And that's the thing people don't think of. The most important nutrient is fiber. But that's a whole nother podcast. You know
how much fiber is there in a Lindt salted caramel dark chocolate bar?
Fuck all.
That's why I don't feel good after.
Like, fiber is the most important nutrient. When you're talking about what you should be getting a day, and most people
there's fiber. There's plenty of fiber in like wholemeal bread in there.
Yeah, there's and really and truly, like the fiber is kind of like, it's not just when you talk about sugar's like an anti-nutrient. So when you ingest sugar really just does more damage to your body than it's ever going to do good. Whereas fiber is the opposite. So fiber in everything in nature where there's sugar, the fiber's always there with it, because what fiber does, it neutralizes the effects of what sugar does to your body, which is why the most think of sugarcane. Sugarcane has the most sugar in. The cane is the most fibrous thing you can find. It's fucking bamboo. So, and it's made to be eaten together. It's not made for you to just drain the sugar out of it and eat it. You know what I mean? In nature, wherever you see the poison, you always have the cure. So whatever, if it's something that's bad for you in nature, it will give you what's going to help you as well. But yeah, man.
Yeah, sugarcane banging when you get it, like,
just there, innit? Man. Shit. Someone put a picture up of Brixton, old Brixton, and it had like Woolworths, it had Red Records, it had Blacker Dread. I was just like, the market, man, that's my era, man. Walking through there, get some sugarcane to stop me from crying while mum's doing her shopping. Yeah, those were the good old days, man.
When's the last time you've been to Brixton?
To shoot the G video, I think. That was so last year sometime.
Yeah, right.
I don't really go Brixton I don't have any friends in Brixton. Like apart from, I don't mean to sound offensive. Obviously, I do have some friends in Brixton, but no one that I'm going to people's houses to really chill out in. All my family live in Herne Hill, like a little way away, or Tulse Hill. So I'm not really in Brixton. If I'm in Brixton, it's for work or.
It seemed like I was in Brixton every single weekend for about 2 years, and then I just haven't been in ages. Like the last time, I think the last time I was in Brixton was not last December, gone December before, when I played at that played at Shawnee T's like album launch night. And I haven't been back in ages. Like
the last time I was there was like last time I was there was last January to do the fucking. To do this rave, innit? Electric.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I used to play in Brixton at least twice a month at one of like Electric or the Mass or Bug Bar or whatever. I was always there at some point. It's fucking mad.
Like, it's gonna happen again, though. It's all, like I'm saying, man. Yeah. Well, as soon as it opens back up, everyone
pandemic and all that kind of stuff. Man. Haven't been there in ages.
I need to.
Do you feel any trepidation about going back to doing events, or are you happy with doing it?
I don't know.
I'm not really bothered. Once I get the vaccine, I'm not going to be bothered, man. No. I'm just about. I'm over being stuck inside now.
Yeah.
And I'm a person who doesn't have a problem being stuck inside, but at the moment, I'm just like, and also as well, I kind of want to see what it does, how it affects the music. Like streams have been down. I want to see my streams go back up, man. Like I want to see the money come back up. So I want to know what happens when they open the floodgates. If we go back, if there's way more shows than there were before, if people are way more outgoing than they were before, the way people are talking about it, they're like, yo, once we leave, we ain't never coming home again. And that's kind of the way I feel. And I want to be.
What do they mean by that?
Means I ain't never coming home. They let me out. And shows are on. I want to be doing shows every fucking night. I want to be traveling the country, doing shows in Europe.
Yeah, don't, man. You get tired of that pretty quick.
That's cool. When I get tired, I'm old, man, so I'll get tired super quick. But when I do get tired, then I'll come home. But I feel like that this year, the year that I've lost, I'm trying to make back up, man.
Yeah.
I don't miss the driving. I just don't miss the long drives. That's fun. Like I went and did Rough Tempo yesterday, and then fucking my tire popped, and then you know what I mean, all that fucking bullshit. But luckily there was then like I come out of the state. I was like trying to get the jack, got the jack out. Me and this guy, we were trying to jack the car up. He's turning it, and then he broke the thing broke off the jack. Yeah.
Oh my.
So then the jack was fucked. I'd phoned the RAC, but they're saying 5 hours. Yeah.
Oh
so
my.
So then, luckily. Stars and D's were there. They had a jack in their car, so we managed to jack it up there, and then
that jack broke as well.
No. Luckily, theirs didn't break. They got one of those new ones where you haven't got to do the stupid. You know, my one is one where you had to put that little hook thing and then turn the fucking thing round. Yeah, but their one had a turner on it already, innit? So it built into it. So that's cool. And then there's I was thinking the tire, because the last time I tried to get a tire off, it was fucking seized up onto the fucking car, innit? Right. So the RAC had to come and just hammer it off, yeah. So then I'm thinking, fuck, yeah. But then luckily, 2 other guys were there who they're both mechanics or whatever. They managed to just get it off. So I was like, oh, wicked. So then I drove home. But all that fucking rigmarole, man, I was doing that every fucking day and all that bullshit. So now I'm just like, can I fucking be bothered to go back?
This is the thing, though. There's one thing I'm never doing. I'm never going back to doing. Everything changes. Like the way we used to do business, the way we used to do shows, I'm not doing that ever again. So, and even if I do, it's going to be like a real limited time, just because I want. If I go on tour with you lot, it's because I want to hang out with you lot, and it will literally be a couple of dates up and down the country. But I'm not going to be going all around the country like a madman. I'm not doing. You're not going to see me in a club doing club shows. Like I'm just not doing that. The closest you might get me seeing me doing that will be like Jazz Cafe for someone else's, but I'm not doing none of that anymore. Like before
you'd rather do daytime or early evening shows,
early evening concerts, man. Like you come, you finish work at fucking 5 or 6, you come to the show 7 o'clock, you grab a drink, show time is 8 o'clock. We're done by 10 o'clock, mate. You know what I mean? You're fucking home in bed at 11. You get me? Like, that's, to me, that's the way I want to do things. I just don't want to do things the way I was doing it before. And I already had that in mind before all this happened, but now this is just like proper, just solidified. Like,
yeah. See, I was talking to my mate Joe from Sigma, as in like the big, big drum and bass pop guys. I was just chatting, like I connected with him on Instagram the other day. Weirdly enough, we weren't following each other, so we had like a little chat, and he was like, "Are you looking forward to getting back and doing shows?" And I was like, I pretty much like retired from doing like any international stuff at the end of 2019. I said that I definitely wasn't going to be doing it anymore because I just don't want to be running between airports and going to fucking clubs, having 10 minutes in the hotel to get ready and then not sleeping and then fucking coming back and then getting into the academy and stuff like that. But now that's all I want to do. Because I have it's a difference between like kind of choosing not to do it and being forced not to do it.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've been forced not to do it this year. Like all I want to do is get on a plane, go to a country, like go to a club, get absolutely shit-faced, like party in the crowd, play a set, go to an after party, like crawl back into my hotel at like 10 minutes before checkout time and then hustle to get back to the airport to go to another one. Like that's all I want. That's all I want to do now. Like,
yeah.
But I mean,
we'll you know, now, because you like over this lockdown period, have you found your sleep patterns gone more regulated or?
Not at all.
It's quite regular, but it's fucked. Like so for now, right now, it's coming up to 10 o'clock. Yeah, I'm good. I know I'm trying to get to bed before 2 o'clock. That's what I'm aiming for.
I've got about another 15 minutes in me, if I'm honest. Like, Joe was saying that, like, he was doing big tours. Like, he was doing big stuff, like the big festivals, like the big. And he was saying, like, because he got COVID as well. Like, he ended up getting really fucking harsh, like last March. So, like, he's still got it now. And he was saying that all the way running up to that, he was hating it, like he's not hating it, but he really didn't want to do it anymore. He wanted to turn it back on touring and just not do it, like really calm down, get in the studio more. But again, because he's been forced to do that, all he wants to do now is get out in the summer and do those big shows again. It's fucking mad how the mind works, really. Like when we're forced to do something, when we're forced to slow down, it's a very different thing to like you choosing to do it. Like,
yeah, because me, I don't know, man. I don't really know if I'm really bothered about going back to normal.
I'm not
bothered.
Yeah.
I'm not bothered.
Like, I don't know if I'm like, because I enjoy doing raves and whatever.
And it's been longer than a year. Like, a year's a long time. You create new habits in that time.
Yeah,
like, you create a new norm for yourself. There's all this different kind of stuff that now we've been living this life, give or take, for like the last year, pretty much. I mean, the beginning of it. I mean, I do definitely think different. It's not like I want to stay like this for the rest of my life, but like the beginning of it was actually like kind of cool, like sitting in the house and getting shit done. And
see, I never even got to do that. I've just worked the whole fucking time. I had 2 jobs through the whole.
I was all right.
Say that again.
I was working from home.
Yeah. Like, the only time I got to stay at home was when I had fucking. I had to isolate one time because I was just, like someone I knew had it. So I had to isolate and then I didn't get it. And then the next time I had to stay at home when I had it. So that's it. Yeah, right. Other than that, I've just been out every fucking day. So I don't know,
it's really weird though, man. It just feels really different. Like when we first went into lockdown, the things I'm doing now are pretty much exactly the same, but it just feels different. Like at first it was like a thing. It was like, I can't go out. Now it's so, like I say, it's so normal. I haven't left the house today. And it hasn't felt like anything different. I'm just so used to doing it now. It's like, It is what it is. But,
So how are you doing exercise at home and stuff like that?
Fuck I am.
No?
Exercise.
Oh, see.
Nah, mate.
Because I've been making sure I get like the steps, like walks, like 10,000 steps, all that bullshit every day. And I've been going jogging. I've been going jogging and shit.
13 fucking thousand steps.
13,000 steps.
Yeah,
I don't think I even stand up most days. Like I fucking get up to go to the fucking toilet.
Yeah.
And to go to the fridge.
Yeah.
And then I'm back on the couch.
See.
But I do miss working out. But to me, I'm just kind of like once they open the gyms back up and once it's a bit more sunny now, then I'll get back on it. Like,
I mean, I never really enjoyed working out or doing anything. So I don't know. Like, I'm still like the same. I don't really enjoy doing anything. I'm just existing. I just live until I die. That's how I feel. Like you know, like I'll eat, but it's only just because it's got to fuel myself. I'm not really bothered. You know what I'm saying? And
you're
then
living
like
the life, AC. You're living.
Yeah, I'll go out. The reason I go and work is so I can pay bills. Yeah. And I found that having a job, doing work has given me that what's the word?
Purpose
to pay bills to survive. Yeah. that's it. And like if I didn't have a job, then I wouldn't be I'd be fucked. Because I just wouldn't be bothered to do anything. So having to have to get up in the morning to go and do stuff, that's actually been good for me.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. You're kind of putting it in a quite a dark, depressive way. You're just like, I only eat so I don't fucking. I eat for fuel. I only breathe so I don't fucking die. Like, I only work so I can pay his fucking bills.
But I go to the toilet is because someone won't explode.
Like, but I do feel like purpose is really important, and it's really important to have a purpose. And I've said this many times on this podcast. The fact that I've given myself this goal this year of putting the songs out every week, that's where the kind of joy of happiness, that's the hope that comes, because every week it's like, oh, is this going to be the song that everyone goes, ooh, is this going to be the one? And just having that is kind of like is fun enough, like kind of getting a response and stuff like that is cool. I've got another thing I'll be starting next week or the week after. I'm going to start actually documenting where we're going and then put out a documentary at the end of the year, hopefully. All that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's like, okay.
I mean, my purpose is just to pay bills, really. Like when I look at my life at the moment, it's just to literally just pay bills and then be able to watch some TV and go to sleep.
So what would you do? What would you do if you won the lottery? Yeah. Would that be a good thing or a bad thing? Because I know.
That would be wicked, man. That would be wicked for me.
See, for me, it'd be the worst thing. All right, so why would it be good for you? Break it down. So, win the lottery, you win 250 million.
Yeah.
You're set for life, basically.
Yeah.
Then what you doing? You ain't got to pay no bills. So what's the life look like now?
Well, I'd be doing what I enjoy in it. I'd just be like, I'd work still, but say that again.
What is that? What do you enjoy?
Oh, I'd be doing the music and I'd be doing art. I'd be doing drawing again, getting into that. And maybe I'd be writing book or something like that, and then maybe start directing some films.
Would you put, that's pretty sick. That's pretty much saying what I would do. Would you put, let's say, so you got 250 mil.
Yeah.
Would you put, like 5 mil into a music project, knowing you're not going to get that money back? You're just doing it for yourself. Like,
I don't know. Man. I'd obviously, like, what I would do is, if I don't know, if it's like, what you mean, someone else's or my own music?
No, your own music, your own album. You got a 5 mil budget.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? You're gonna.
I mean, end of the day, if I'm, that would be, fuck it, I'd do it. Yeah, why not?
Yeah. I think I'd do the same as well, man. I think I'd do the same.
Because then that would be the budget that we've never had, isn't it? So we could at least have a go and see what we could do with what we've never had the chance to do.
Yeah.
If you had 250 million, AC, would you either get a new chair or would you buy some WD-40 for that one?
Is it making noise yet? Oh yeah, it is. Fucking hell. I've got some WD-40 in the car and I'll spray it in it. That's a good idea, man. I got this chair for free.
I bet you did.
Yeah, I won it in a competition.
Wait, no, stop. Tell the story, bruv. How do you win a chair in a competition? Tell the story.
I can't remember. I must have just entered it and then someone knocked on my door and I opened it and there's a delivery man with a chair. I didn't even remember entering it. He was like, you want a chair? I was like, I'll say. So let's just put it in. And then there's
that's how the government get you.
Chair competitions.
That's how the government get you, man. They got a fucking microphone in that shit.
Yeah, maybe.
Some guy with a fake moustache on turns up and goes, "You want a chair?" Like,
And I wanted a TV as well one time.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
I didn't even know I entered that either. They just brought a TV to my yacht.
Bro, the Illuminati got you, man.
Yeah,
maybe. This just skip. We need more microchips in this house. They want a competition. Given that box of celebrations.
That's a good point, actually. That's a good point. Celebration, you can see them. Oh shit! Yeah.
Christmas time.
Oh yeah, you've won this competition for this painting of the Mona Lisa. I got denied or anything.
I got digestives in there.
Keep the biscuits in there.
Yeah, man. Keep the biscuits in there, man.
So what the fuck's been going on this week, man?
What has been going on this week? I haven't fucking put my head above water this week at all. News-wise, I haven't got a fucking clue.
What Kim Kardashian's breaking up with Kanye West or something, isn't it?
That's like
just filed for divorce or something. Is that 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I wrote a note already, man. I said, "Yo, Kim, hold your head."
Yeah.
You know what I mean, just be good out there. I said, Kanye, bro. You know what I mean? Hold your head, man. I love you like a brother. You're like family to me.
Yeah.
I mean, look after my good kids, and let's keep it popping.
Yeah. See. Yeah, there's been no like big fucking mad shit popping off where someone's getting cancelled, isn't it, this week that I've seen?
Nah, so. I did have a weird one actually. Talking about it's always on my Twitter page. Yeah, so some guy must have put, "Men, it's okay to be masculine." Right. So you know where this is going.
Yeah.
So this guy is like, I don't know how I got the conversation with this guy, just chatting bare shit, and I was like, "So, is it okay for guys to also be feminine?" And he's like, "Yeah." So I was like, "Well, what's one feminine trait? What's one masculine trait?" And he just couldn't do it. He just couldn't give me. I was like what? Like
football shopping.
What is a masculine trait? What is a masculine trait?
I don't know. Like what? Because anything you could think of, you could fight. Like if I say, fighting's a masculine trait. Ronda Rousey would kick my fucking head in. Like Felice Herring would kick my head in. There's a whole bunch of these are just professional fighters. There's a bunch of women who I don't know who will kick my fucking head in. So it's like,
of course.
Right, so what was that? Is that?
I used to remember the raves I used to MC at. It was the girls who were starting all the fights inside, and you'd see the bouncers picking up these girls who were fighting you, and throwing these girls out. So
yeah, it's a weird thing, man. These people just get on these. It's like they get really involved in it, and man, it's the attack. He said, in this political climate, man, like masculinity's being attacked. It's just like,
what's this need for people? What is this need for people to victimize themselves?
I don't.
They wanna get money or something. I don't know.
No, it's not money. It's not that. It's because.
Isn't he then gonna try and say he's a personal trainer and he can or he's a guru and he can train you to be masculine or something?
This was just a random person on
He's trying to smoke cigars
he's got nothing.
and look at porn.
I think it is that need to feel like you're a victim, because then if you're a victim you can be looked after or something. I don't know what it is, man.
Maybe a victim's appeal it somehow lends legitimacy to these people. I don't know. Like, I don't.
Do you know what I watched? Do you know what I watched? Just kind of to do that Hitler, the Rise of Evil. Yeah, with Robert Carlyle playing Hitler. I don't know if you ever saw that. It's on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
What is it? Film?
It's a 2-part mini series. It was on years ago on I think it was on BBC or Channel 4. I can't remember which one.
Yeah.
But it's pretty good. And he was like, obviously he's really trying to be hyper masculine or whatever, and he's like very what's the word? He's trying to hold it together, like he's really like stiff, do you know what I mean? But then anger will just flare out of him sometimes, yeah. And then but it's like he's got like Eva Brown, his girlfriend and whatnot, and there's a part where he wants to hug her, or he goes to kiss her, yeah? And then she's like, yeah, kiss me. But then he's so ashamed of being tender and soft that then he starts crying on her lap, yeah? And then she starts comforting him. He likes it a little bit, and then he's just he realizes he's kind of like allowed himself to be soft for that minute or whatever you say, or just let his guard down, and then suddenly he's like, he goes all tense again. And he pulls away from her and goes and does whatever Nazi shit he's got to do. But
That when he tried to play with his bum, tried to give him a bit of finger up his bum. He went, no, like that.
He went,
who's that? Hitler?
Yeah.
Oh, what, in the programme?
Yeah. Apparently Hitler used to like a bit of bum play.
I know he used to like women to shit on him and piss on him. Yeah. There was an opera singer, right? And he's meant to have had her murdered, yeah? Hitler couldn't get his dick hard unless women would shit or piss on him and abuse him and scream at him and stuff like that. So it all comes from like this...
It's the power dynamic, isn't it?
The toxic masculinity thing, I don't know. But he had a very weird... Like, his dad was actually his mum's uncle, yeah? And the mum used to call him uncle in this program. That they kind of showed that as well. But they don't go into too much detail. I think they could have gone a bit more detail. And then, like... His dad died of a heart attack. His dad used to beat him all the time. He was a cunt. Then, like, when the mum died...
Didn't he? Like, he knew that he was a bit of a prick, so he used to smack him about.
But then, like, when the mum died, yeah, and then Hitler stayed up drawing her dead body for, like, a good few days or something, just doing drawings of a dead body. He lied to her, said he got into art school when he didn't, because they were saying he wasn't good enough and whatnot. And then... then his niece, he had kind of like a thing for his niece. And when he was started to be the Nazi party top dog. And then she fucking killed herself because she couldn't take it anymore because he wouldn't let her have a normal life going out with other young men and stuff because he was obsessed with her and that. She shot herself or whatever. Then there's like this opera singer that he's meant to have like had a brief little dalliance with, yeah? And she... was going to leak to the papers about how he like, do you know what I mean? Like how he wanted her to
leaked on.
Yeah, he wanted to get pissed on and shitted on and called all names and stuff. And then she ended up apparently killing herself by chucking herself out the window. But they now think that he had his goons go and murder her, so she wouldn't leak this to the papers. Because at that time, he wasn't the chancellor yet. He was like up and coming politician kind of thing, innit? So yeah, I can't remember why the fuck I went into that.
I don't know, but that was a really nice walk through the history of
Hitler,
like, young Hitler. Yeah.
But do you know what? Yeah. But what you've highlighted, is the fact that a lot of these guys who say these kind of things, it's already birthed in insecurity.
Yeah.
And
it's like you see it all the time. It's just like, oh, you're just insecure, man. And it's
I think that's the root of people trying to victimize themselves constantly as well. Like trying to, like I saw, I can't remember the name.
That's what Hitler was doing, really, wasn't he? He was playing the victim, saying, "Oh, look, us Germans have been hard done by and blah blah blah." Do you know what I mean?
Because what's the name of the, like the pro-Brexit, the little female Tory politician. She's really outspoken, really, like, I can't remember her name, like, older woman. And
Anne Widdecombe.
Yeah. She was saying about Brexit, she was going, oh, there's a long history of oppressed people rising up against their oppressor, talking about the British public rising up against Europe. And it's like this idea that you can give people a victim complex and they'll do basically whatever you want them to do. It gives them like a site for their anger and for their insecurities and stuff like that, and you can weaponize that in a big amount of people. And it's the same with like this fucking this masculinity thing. Like
they're saying men are under attack, masculinity's under attack, and then they try and sell you testosterone tablets. Like if our friend who you know what I mean, he was saying that. It's low. There was someone that was asking him on Twitter what he thinks of all this shit, like blah blah blah, and he was like, low T, it's low T, meaning low testosterone, right? But that's all been proved to be a load of bullshit. Like
the whole thing about like men being under attack anyway. All that means is like masculinity and men aren't under attack. It's just that there's more voices than just white middle class men.
Yeah, like, but even if you've got, like, the thing is, when they're saying this low T, why these men are supposedly acting more like calm and not being aggressive and stuff, that's actually false, because scientists prove that when men have got enough testosterone, they're calm. It's when they've got lower testosterone, they start going all mad and getting angry because they need the testosterone in their body, innit? So all these like people like them are saying, oh, the reason why men are acting more like soft in their eyes or sensitive is because they got low testosterone. It's crap. Because I would, you know, when there's all these adverts saying you can order this package online and you can test your own testosterone, you got to pay them 60 quid for it, yeah? And people are doing this, yeah? And then don't you think like the company's going to be like, oh yeah, you got low testosterone, they're buying these pills off us. They're fucking 100%. Bullshit. Like, whereas I just thought, I saw all this shit, yeah? And I just thought, let me go and get my blood test. So I hollered at the doctor. I was like, yeah, I want to get tested for all this shit because I'm stressed out. Maybe I've got low testosterone, whatever. Tested it and they said, you're perfectly normal. You're just stressed out because of life shit, innit? It's nothing to do with testosterone. So all these guys pushing this fucking, they're the one with the fucking, the agenda. They're trying to make money out of it.
Yeah, 100%. Because most of the time, I mean, I've gone and got my blood tested multiple times at the doctors. Like, because when you go over 40, you go for a blood test anyway. They advise that you go and do it. I think loads of times when I thought, well, I must have been deficient here in some way or another. So I'm tired all the time, I'm feeling down, whatever. And it's just fucking life that does that to you. It's
and quite often it's lack of sleep. That's the thing, like, you know, like when you're not getting good quality sleep. So I went and ordered some melatonin because I remember when I used to take melatonin, that would knock me out for like 14 hours, and then I was a lot fucking happier.
And the melatonin's fucking
So I ordered some more of that, and boom, that's what I'm gonna be on for the next year. Hopefully, I'll just be like, yeah, man. Because at the moment, any little noise, I just wake up.
I need some of that, man.
But the problem is you can't get it in England now. You have to order it from fucking America.
Oh, I used to get it off Amazon.
Yeah,
Brexit. You
can get it on Amazon. No. This was it. Melatonin in England. Yeah. They said, I can't remember why they said. I think they said because people were taking too many tablets and it's bad for your liver if you take too much, isn't it? So they've
like any tablet.
So they just stopped people being able to get it unless you get it on prescription.
Right.
So, but then you can get it on non-prescription if you order it. If you go on Amazon, you order it from. If you look on Amazon now, all of the ones on there, they're all like, you type melatonin tablets in there, and these things will say melatonin, and it says replacement. So they're all melatonin replacements now. So they've got like chamomile in them, ashwagandha, 5-HTP, and some other thing, but they're not melatonin.
5-HTP and like I used to take 5-HTP all the time. So that isn't that much different from melatonin, to be honest. Like it has a very, very similar effect on you.
Yeah, I take 5-HTP in the morning, but melatonin. One time I took that in the middle of the daytime, and I just got really tired. I was just like, fucking hell, man. Yeah. But like 5-HTP, it doesn't make me tired. Like, other people take it before bed, innit? But melatonin, I take that and I just start. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, but 5-HTP is not supposed to be like a sleep aid. It's just supposed to even everything out.
Okay, yeah.
It's supposed to like kind of even out your serotonin levels. So if you're having like peaks or troughs in serotonin, which is like bipolar, basically, going up and down and up and down, it just kind of evens everything out a little bit. But chamomile does that. Like I have 1 cup of chamomile or take a chamomile like pill, I'm fucking out. It's like taking a sleeping pill.
Yeah, chamomile's wicked.
Like a light.
Exactly.
Like I remember one time the doctor prescribed me Valiums, innit? So I was taking some Valiums and that, and then I didn't want to take them because I was like, and then Terry was like, give me one of them, give me. He had it, man. Yeah, he had it at fucking. We had it. We were in Jerk City, innit, in central London, and he had one. Then he's like, no, I'm not really feeling this, man. It's not giving me a buzz. I was like, it's a Valium, innit? I was like, not meant to give you a buzz.
Have you ever had Xanax?
No, never.
Fucking hell, man. Because they Xanax, they come in bars like that, and you're supposed to like kind of clip them off and take one at a time. Okay. I got given some in Australia, and I did the entire bar, like 3 doses of it. Like the promoter and my mate records I was walking around in the garden in the hotel, like phoning people, chatting girls up, like till I had like a quick nap, got up, was having full conversations with people. I didn't have a fucking clue. Like I had no recollection of any of it at all.
Wow.
Apparently, like I was standing like in this hotel, and there was like a balcony, like a downstairs balcony. So it was like a small private balcony, but on the ground floor. And I was leaning there having a conversation, I think with my mum. Like I was chatting to my mum, like, and there was like a family right there asking me to move, and I was going, yeah, like talking to my mum. My mum says she remembered the entire fucking she thought I was just drunk. Like, I have no recollection of it at all. The next thing I remember, I took the pill, and then the next wore the bar, and the next thing I remember was waking up like a day and a half later in the hotel.
Jesus.
Fucking
So these rappers that are taking loads of it, ain't some of them dying, innit?
Yeah.
Overdose on that or what?
I don't think it's the Xanax. Maybe it is the Xanax. I don't know.
Xannies, yeah, they do Xannies as well. You do Xanny with the codeine as well.
Yeah, there's like they do Xannies, but I'm not sure. You probably can overdose on Xannies, probably.
Because the Juice World, yeah. How did he die? He had a load of stuff he swallowed in the or whatever, and then died, innit?
Yeah, but I think he swallowed a lot.
So was it Xanax or was it other stuff?
I don't know.
I'm not really sure, man. But I know he was a Xanax person.
It's the codeine is fucking hardcore.
His tunes are hard, man. Like he was like you know when we're saying about all this masculinity shit. I listened to a few of his tunes because he's actually talking about like real emotions that he's feeling and everything. Yeah. I thought it was really refreshing. I thought that was really good what he's doing.
There's like it's emo rap, innit? There's a whole bunch of them. So him, XXX, Lil Peep, like a lot of them that are dead now, but that's their
shit.
They're like. But those two, Juice WRLD and how do you say his name?
XXX
Tentacion. Those two are fucking banging rappers as well. Those two are actually like. I've never really listened to Lil Peep. Was he a good rapper? Like,
I don't know. I haven't heard him before.
He's got some good songs, but that's the thing. Like those guys, they're just not for me. I say XXX is the only one who I kind of has some songs that I will listen to forever, probably.
Yeah.
I'm not sure either of them have got songs that I'd listen to, but I've heard they're like their freestyles and stuff, and they're good rappers.
Juice WRLD was an incredible freestyler, like off the top freestyler, like sick.
Yeah.
You don't see that a lot, man. You don't see a lot of people just get up on Funk Flex and just freestyle off the top. Like, it's not.
The Funk Flex one that I saw. Yeah.
Right.
Like, I saw that. I've only heard 2 of his tunes in it that he's kind of more singing on, but I thought they're sick. But I thought the whole emo rap thing with this, is it called emo rap then? Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
So I think that's really good. That's like combating.
Yeah, the new generation, they don't like the generation that's kind of like my daughter's age.
Yeah.
And a little bit older. They don't really have the same stigma attached to like how we were in the 90s, like the 90s rap. We came from everyone trying to be hard. And that's just not what they do. They're just not on that. They're just on I'm trying to, if anything, they go the totally other way. They're just going on my life's so fucked up. I'm depressed. That's the shit that they really go on. And a lot of 90s rappers didn't really do that. The ones who really did it, who did it well, were guys like DMX, who gave you like the whole spectrum. Like, I'm gonna tear your head off, but I'm also gonna sit here and cry. Beanie Siegel. Like, there weren't a lot of them that could really do that consistently. Jay-Z did it a little bit, but again, Jay-Z always.
You see the whole I'm hard thing, yeah. Unless you're willing to fucking murder people, there's no point to it, because I've been in a situation where some geezer punched me in the lip, because he didn't like what I said or something, because I said he wasn't polite, so he punched me in the lip, right? So then I was like, he was saying he's gonna kill me, whatever. So I was like, okay, go and kill me, innit? I still think you're a prick. You can do whatever you want to me. I still think you're a prick. I'm not going to change my mind that you're a prick just because you're using physical force, right? Yeah. And then he was like, obviously he wasn't willing to kill me, and so then he didn't do anything. So
but I think,
So unless you're willing to kill people, there's no point to this shit. There's just no point, because you ain't.
But being hard isn't like it doesn't skip instantly to killing someone. Being hard is like if you listen to like DMX may have talked about like murdering people like a lot of rappers do, but I think when you're talking about someone like DMX, being hard doesn't necessarily manifest itself in the willingness to murder someone. It means just having a really fucking hard life and surviving that life. And
But I'm talking about the one. I'm not saying like DMX. I'm talking about the people that they say that their whole like way of persuading people to do what they want is with the threat of physical violence, or persuading people to like them. There's a whole load of things I see where people are worshipping guys who they think are dangerous, innit? That would fuck them up or beat them up or stab them or whatever.
That's our culture, though. I think
I think
that's deep, though. I think that goes back to like fucking the caveman days.
Yeah. So the thing is, like, the way you can disarm that is be like, you can do whatever the fuck you want to me. You can kill me, everything. I'll still think you're a cunt. I'll still say you're a dickhead if I'm alive, innit? So you better kill me.
Yeah.
And then everyone will know that I still thought you were a dickhead, even though I'm dead. And you're a cunt now and you're in jail. So then it kind of like, it's all pointless.
Kind of, but it doesn't go that way. What normally happens is if you have the attitude, then everyone will look at you like, oh shit, he's the hard one. So
yeah, but I haven't done anything physical.
You don't. Yeah, but a lot of people. I was thinking about this the other day. So a lot of the people that I grew up and I was like, this person's no one to play with. These people, these family. A lot of them like didn't. I've never seen them do anything.
No.
I've just maybe heard a few stories, and if anything, that's what carries it forward. Yeah. And even in my situation, it's like there's only like if you didn't grow up with me in school, you've never seen me fight. Like you've literally never seen it. So the idea of people being like, yeah, you know what, man, yeah, he can handle himself. You don't know what I can do. You literally don't know. All you know is, and I guess this is the part where it kind of goes to what I'm saying, what you're doing. All you know is how people act in those situations. So something happens and you see someone react a certain way and you're like, okay, this person's no one to play with. I've seen Terry in situations where people have kicked off and stuff has happened and Terry just cool as like, all right, mate, we'll see what's going to happen. And it changes the energy because now it's like, oh, he's not going to, because what happens is people do this thing where they go, rah! And then everyone goes, But then what happens is you run into someone who goes, okay, now you have to prove yourself. You said you're going to do something. You know, you've been around terror.
Yeah.
Now you got to prove yourself. And it all changes, And that's what it does. It all changes. And you know what the funny thing is?
In that situation, if you're faced with someone who isn't going to tip, then you go, okay, actually, let's change the dynamic of this interaction.
It all changes because you hit something. And the funniest part of this is, like, I am not even, the reason why I come across a certain way is because when it all goes hype, I just go really calm. And a lot of people read that as like, oh, okay, like, he don't care. And it's like, no, I do care. But this is how I care. I'm assessing the situation. I'm just not getting, I'm not the kind of person who you can shout at, pull out a weapon, and I'm going to go, oh, it just doesn't work. That doesn't do that to me. You pull out the weapon, and I'm like, okay, let's see what he's actually going to do. And that changes the dynamic of everything. So it's a but like you said, it's a weird thing. This whole idea of like being hard is really strange, but there's only like a small percent of people who actually go on to do things, and that's what really puts you ahead of everybody. But again, that only works up until a certain age, really. Like once you start getting into an adult, like it doesn't have the same effect. No one really cares.
If you can carry that energy over into being an adult, you're a prick. If you still have the reputation of being the hardest in the fifth year when you're in your 30s and 40s, then you're a fucking dick who's never done it.
Because it's bully. Because then it's a bully thing. It's like And
you're not in the fifth year anymore. Someone like the thing about it is, I walk into life thinking when I'm walking down the street. Not that I think about this very often, but in any kind of situation, I know that anybody, like the smallest to the biggest, to the woman to whatever, could kick the shit out of me. Yep. Like it doesn't. When you think like that, then it doesn't become some kind of contest where you have to be the biggest and fucking walking down the street like that, walking into people. There's a lad that walks around in Hightown, and he's a big lad. He could do some fucking damage, to be honest. He's obviously like the hardest guy on the estate or whatever. And you see him walking down the street like kind of trying to walk into people. Whatever, like if he comes towards me and he's taking up the entire pavement, I'm just going to walk on the road around him. I don't want those like kind of confrontations like that. Like it's ridiculous. Like, but if something kicked off and I had to defend myself, then that's what that is going to be. But if you're an adult and you're walking into any kind of situation like you're the toughest guy here, you failed at life. You really have. You failed at life.
And I think as well, like. One of the things that I like in being in a situation where you know you can handle yourself is knowing that you don't have to handle yourself.
Exactly.
And to me, that's all. And not only that, I always feel like, the way, like you said, anyone can hurt you. So there could be a situation where we pull up, a car cuts me off. They bib me. I get out of the car, like, what the fuck? Like normal. Like, what are you doing? When I come out the car, then they drive off. Or there could be the one time they just pull out a gun. Like, then it's like, oh, Rod, you hear Genesis died over what? Over something stupid. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, over something really stupid. Man was trying to get these 53 tracks out in the fucking year, made it to fucking 10, and died in a fucking over road rage. So I'm always in my head. I'm always just like, yeah, I don't want to do that. I'd rather just. What if you need the win? You need the win. I have the win, man. Like,
have the win. That's what's gonna
make. But there are a lot of people though who buy into that shit. So the bullies win in their where they can, innit? And so a lot of people, they'll become their sycophants and their followers and blah 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 blah.
That's why you've got all these people online that are constantly looking for fucking arguments about stuff. Like, because it takes it away from that kind of that physical ability to dominate someone into like the kind of into the Facebook social media. I've just owned you on Facebook kind of like, and I'm guilty of that as well. Like, I think we've all been guilty of that at some point. But it's like it's a layover from that as well. Like it's that idea that you can fucking dominate someone, that you're walking into the situation. Like having constant arguments and owning people on Facebook is basically the equivalent again of being the hardest in the fifth year. Like you've got a reputation built up that you will have it with anybody on Twitter and stuff like that. And it's fucking pathetic.
I think that's why I annoy a lot of people. I was thinking this recently about likability as an artist, and I was thinking there has to be an element of that, because I know there's certain people that I follow online and I see them arguing all the time. I'm just like, oh, give it over, man. But I'm the same. I argue every day. But I think the difference is I know I'm not taking it seriously. Like, I'm just like, okay. And I'll take it to a certain point and just be like, all right, whatever. But if you just come in on a little bit and see that, you're like, bro, what's up with this guy, man? Why are you telling this guy to suck your dick for? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not a nice thing to do. But yeah, I think as well, I can't remember what I was going to say. Oh, no. Yeah, take it away, guys. But I think as well, like, this whole thing of, like, this idea of being the tough guy. You're always going to come up to someone who's tougher than you. My dad always used to say that. You're going to meet someone who's tougher than you. And when I was younger, I was always the one who was like, this person has been doing this thing, and I'm going to be the one they run into. And I think it's because my dad said that. My dad said that when I was quite young. And he's like, you're always going to run into someone that's tougher than you. And from that age, so I must have been maybe 11, 12, and I was just like, that's not going to happen. So anytime someone would be doing something and I felt like they were taking the piss, then I would be the one to stop them taking the piss. And I can't remember if this was my first day of high school or like the first week, but there was a guy in high school who was like, come from another school, and he was the tough guy. He was the one everyone was like, oh, you got to be careful of this guy. And he's pushed in the line at dinner time, and in my little pea brain head, I was just like, yeah, this is my time to shine. So I've just told him move. And obviously all the class are looking now, like, oh my God, you just said this to this guy. He's looking at me like I'm not moving. So I've hit him. And the guy just started crying, man.
Yeah, fuck.
And I was just like, and then just ran off. And then from that, everyone was like, oh my God, yeah. But then, and a little bit before that, it couldn't be the first day. It must be around the first week. A little bit before that, I saw him beat up this kid in the hall. And he did this, give him credit. He beat up this kid when no one else was watching. It was an empty hallway, just him and his kid. They must have had this argument. And he's gone up to this kid and just bang, bang. They punched him in his face. The kid's fallen on the floor, crumpled, nose bleeding. And I was the only person who saw that. Like, no one else saw that. Everyone came out afterwards and was like, what happened? And I was just like, this kid is crazy. So then when he came out in front of me, I knew he was about it. So I'm already thinking, he's not doing that to me. So I've hit him. Like, he's gone down. And from then on, he was never that same person. He was always just like, he just went super soft and became a normal person.
Well, that's proof of the pudding that most hard men have never been punched in the face. And that's where they get this attitude from, where they think they're indestructible because they've never actually been punched in the face. Like, you can punch someone in the face and it can change their entire world. It can change everything about them, because how often do people get punched in the face? Not very often.
No.
Like, so if someone's going around with this reputation, and I mean, it's a kid, obviously, so it's a different matter. But there's people that get to like fucking 50 that have never been punched in the face. Like,
I don't think I've ever taken a square
in the face multiple times.
I've never had a proper fight. My fights have always been, they've started, I've hit them, they've gone down. That's as far as it's ever gone. It's never gone. But
even when you're a little kid in primary school, and that.
Even in primary school, I've told people about the first fight I ever had. The guy kept coming at me, and every time I hit him, he just fell and then started crying. I was just like, I don't know what to do. I wasn't even trying to fight.
No. See, I had plenty of those kind of fights at school where I got knocked out or I've knocked someone else out. But I literally had like an everlasting fight. 6 years ago at a club in Angel.
6 years ago?
6 years ago at a club in Angel. Like,
that's 2015, man. What the fuck?
Yeah. No. It was about 2014 it was.
Why didn't you call me, man? What's going on?
Basically, this guy was, I won't go into it too much. It makes me sound like a cunt. But so I jumped off the deck. So I caught him doing what he was doing and just started fucking laying into him, like just pounding him. And I thought this guy wasn't going to get back up again. He literally went like that. So I thought, this is bad news. So basically, I ended up chucking him. It was in Angel. I can't remember the name of the club. It was an upstairs club in Angel. And I got the guy by the throat and chucked him down the fire escape. I opened the back and I got him, and he was punching me the entire time I was like taking him out the back. Threw him down the fire escape. This guy went like that against the wall, didn't fall down once, and came running straight back at me. So as he was coming up the stairs, I fucking fully put my boot into his face, and he went back down again. The security came and got him, chucked him out. I was bleeding out my fucking face. When I finished the set, came back down again, went out for a cigarette. And then the guy was waiting there with a fucking wine bottle. So it was me and Inch. All my biggest mates, right? All my big, like Scotty, you, Mickey, all like 6 foot and better, built like brick shit houses. I had Inch with me, right? So,
for those who don't know, please explain how tall Inch is.
Inch is 5'1".
Yeah.
And built like a child. So all due to him though, like this guy went for me with the fucking wine bottle. So I got him like that. Like he caught me like that and went with the wine bottle with the other one. So I got him around the neck and literally pulled him on top of me and put him in a choker on top of me. And I thought, this guy's done now. Like there's no way, like he's not getting out of this. He went down on the floor and then he appeared out of nowhere and put a boot into his ribs while he was already out. This isn't needless violence though. I caught the bloke like trying to drug my girlfriend's drink, and his mate trying to spike my girlfriend's drink. My sister was there as well, and she was standing right next to him. So as soon as I saw that, it didn't just fly out of nowhere, right? I wasn't just beating him up. So he was down on the floor. I went back in the club, and the security were like, "You've got to get out of here. You've got to fuck off." Like, I was like, I was going to go get my, I'm going to go get my coat and my bag and stuff. And then I come down, and they're like, "We're going to get a cab for you. We're going to put you straight in the cab, and you're going to fuck off because his mates are coming down now." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So I went, got my stuff. This guy fucking got up again after I put him in a full choker. And got the wine bottle again, and there was 2 of them coming at me this time. Me and Inch got in the cab and went off. This went on for like 2 hours. It was a never-ending fight.
And then they got in the cab and they're chasing you.
They followed you.
My house, and they were waiting there.
Wait, Tim, who's up behind you there, mate?
Like fucking arrows come flying over. Oh no, they've got medieval weapons.
I think there is a time when you kind of want to grow out of it, but I think again, man, it's written into our code, man. It's written into our code, the way we are. I remember writing, again, this is probably about 10 years ago, maybe not that long ago, around that time. I remember saying like, if you're not still getting into fist fights, you know what I mean? You need to grow the fuck up.
Yeah.
But stuff happens, man. Like, you can't, it's just a thing. Like, you've seen it. You've seen these old men, like, these viral videos, these old men are like 80 years old, still throwing fists. It's just one of them.
Yeah. Or when people try to sucker punch you, innit? Like, one guy tried to sucker punch me, and I managed to move, but it kind of, like, glanced me on the side of the head. So, but it you know, that's, people will try and do those things. So, and sometimes it will just come out of nowhere as well. Like, once I was at, I can't remember where the fuck we were. Oh, yeah, Nebworth, innit? Oasis concert. This geezer just tried to sucker punch me, and then I ducked, and he just ran off.
Why are these people trying to sucker punch?
Why? No.
I don't think he was a racist.
Heavy,
I think he was a skinhead, innit?
That's the wrong question. Why are you at Nebworth at an Oasis concert?
We were hustling there, innit? We were selling,
okay.
man. Yeah.
What are you selling?
Just merch, yeah, posters and shit. Yeah. So, yeah, but you know, you and then one time I was in Norwich, yeah, I was down there, and then I've gone to this club. Yeah. I'm walking down the street. I just come out of this club, and I go into the street, and I was talking to the security guard woman. She was like, "Oh yeah, where do you live now?" I said, "In London," and that. And she's like, "Oh, that's rough there, innit, as well." I said, "Nah, man, this place is fucked, man. In London, people will talk, and then they'll do something. Here, they just do it. They don't talk." And then she was like, "Okay," meaning like punching and stuff, whatever. So then I walk out, and then some geezer's gone, "Snoop Dogg," like that, yeah, and just ran at me and tried to just punch me in the face. So I ducked.
Why did he shout Snoop Dogg?
He thought I looked like Snoop Dogg, innit? And then I ducked, and then he just ran off. So yeah.
That's what scares me, though, man. This is this is the thing that scares me, or not scares me, but it's like, because we are at a certain age, like you said, it's like, I never want to be put in a position where I have to fight, because the places people go now, it's never gonna be like a little punch up, and it's just like, anyway, we're not talking over violence.
Yeah, we're not talking violence anymore. But yeah, it's never an
spread love, man.
Honest face to face anymore. Like it's some of the fights that I've seen recently, like just happening in fucking Hightown or whatever. It's vicious, man. It's fucking vicious. Like, yeah, weapons, all that kind of shit. And it's like, fucking hell, what happens is just having an honest little fight and shaking hands afterwards, and that's never happened, actually.
But then what that's why, like, you know, these people that want to preserve all this shit, they want to preserve all this stuff, yeah? Think of how many men have lost their fucking life over dumb shit from just trying to preserve this masculinity bullshit that these guys are trying to do, or enact in the way that they think is good. So they're fucking dumb. If they're like men's rights activists, they should be trying to make men.
They should be pro-life for men, yeah.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're right though. You're right, but it is really tough, and it's like it's a cycle, man. We're caught in this cycle of hatred, and it's gonna take a lot for us to really get out of it. Recently, one of the young people I work with, brother got killed, and it's not even. They've been going back and forth with these guys for ages, and now there's another murder, and you know there's going to be more. And it's so fun. It's not even funny, but it's like the way we talk about things. It's so matter of fact. It's just like, they gotta get touched now, innit? And it's like it's gonna go back and forth, and you know it's never really gonna stop. It's just
that's what me and Terry were talking about the other day about drill music, and he was saying that drill, the people doing it can then have their own industry and build on it and all get together and that. But the problem is you've got all these vendettas running between camps of people making music, and those vendettas will prevent that happening, and they're going to carry on. And you're saying, "Oh, we have to have a sit down and da 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 da."
You can't have sit downs.
It's fucked.
Because the problem is, even from, I said we're not talking about violence, but let's just a little insight into kind of I guess gang politics. Even when you have sit downs, you have to have a sit down. The sit downs is for a reason. And if it's I'm talking about with grown adults, like in their 40s and 50s, saying, right, listen, the problem, like beefing is very expensive. It stops everything. Everything. The police will look over a lot of stuff. The thing they won't look over is murders, because what happens is when you have murders in certain boroughs, you're pushing down house prices. So obviously people start complaining to the council and the government get involved. So that's the kind of thing they never really look over. When you're talking about grown men in rooms going, yo, guys, we're trying to have a sit down, we're trying to piece it out. Even with that, it doesn't get pieced out. People will still go, all right, cool, we'll keep it cool. But if they catch you, they're gonna get you. Like, it just doesn't happen. So now when you're talking about kids who, it's never like, we're sitting down for what for some music?
Yeah, they haven't got the emotional maturity to be able to.
Yeah, like why should I not? If you kill my brother, there's nothing you can say in this world that's gonna stop me from trying to get you. There's nothing. There's what you're gonna say. There's literally nothing you can say. So all you can do is add a bigger threat. Say, if you do this, we're gonna do that. But at the same time, that's never gonna be it. So it's really hard to try and talk to these young people and say to them, yeah, guys, we need to calm it down and chill. And the only ones that ever do calm it down are the ones who aren't really the ones who are really the real killers anyway. Like, it's not until they've done that time, until like Terry said, the emotional maturity. So until the only people I've seen that have kind of calmed down are the ones who have to sit out for a little bit, have been in prison, have done, you know what I mean, 7-8 years, then they come out and then they decide maybe this isn't for me, maybe I want to do something else. But even then, that's still super rare, man. So a lot of them come out and they're just like, they're on it even more, because that's what prison is. Prison is a camp for you to learn how to become a more efficient criminal. So you've been in prison now. You've met a lot of other killers. You know the network now. You know how people move. Like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, and that's another reason why I said to you before we started the podcast. It's like, you can't do this work just indefinitely, because it changes you. It changes the way you look at things. It changes the way you just live your life. It has a negative effect on you working in these environments all the time, man.
Yeah, man, for real. You get sick of seeing the kids you're working with going fucking jail or dying. You just get sick of it. You're like, what the fuck, man?
When you're young, when you're young in the life, yeah, there's an upside because it's excitement. When you're old, there's no excitement in it. So there's not even, when you're young and stuff pops off, who did it? Right? Who was it? Was it them, man? Oh, for real? Like, it's kind of like like I said, it's the excitement, the adrenaline. When you're older in it, you're just like, how old was he? The dude's 19, like 19, you're dead at 19. Like, that's no life. When I was younger and somebody died at 16, 17, I had one of my class friends, first person I knew that was close to me that died was a class friend who died at 16. And we were just like, damn, that's cold. Because we didn't know anything else. That's as far as we had gone. Like, do you know how much life I've lived from 16 to 39? How many things I've seen? So now I know all the things that he missed out on. On fucking, it could be whatever it is, I don't care. Kids, holidays, Marvel movies, like, you just miss out on life.
Yeah.
Now you look at your
things, no age whatsoever. Like, some of the young people that I've seen, they're going away for a long time. Like, from with the young offenders that I work with, like, they're going to miss out on so much shit. Like, between some of them are like 14, 15 years old. They're not getting out of jail till they're like in their 30s or whatever. Like, it's such a waste of fucking life as well. Like, not even dying, but just going to jail for that long. Like, not having the I mean, whatever led them to that point, they're like fucking 14 years old. So what led them to that point? They've probably not had a fucking childhood before that point either. It's mad, man.
I think that's another thing as well. There's so many different, because a lot of times when we look at young people in certain situations, we kind of judge them from our upbringing and our life, our vantage point, and we're just like, oh, so they lived the same life as we lived up until that point, and then they decided to commit a crime. Like, they decided to become a murderer, or they decided to do whatever. And it's like, nah, you gotta, like, if I tell you some of the things that I see, some of the stories, some of the kids that I work with, the lives that they've lived, you would not survive. Like, you would survive it, man. You're just like, you know what I mean? It's just,
I don't mean to laugh. Your chair just woke Harvey up.
What, whose chair? Mine?
You, man.
But
can you hear that? Can you hear that?
Of course we can. Everyone can hear it.
Yeah,
We're getting dislikes. If you're watching the video,
look at him on there. He was just fast asleep. Look at his little face. You just wake him up.
He's
like, what's it? I'll do it again. Hold on.
He's already awake now, mate.
Sorry, Harv.
Guys, if you're watching the video, I want you to leave a comment and be like, AC, sort your chair out.
Why don't someone give me a chair then?
You already want a chair?
Yeah, but give me another one, innit? Give me another one. Like, someone donate me a chair, innit?
Donate a chair.
You must have some, like, I'm playing the victim now, innit? I need a chair.
Yeah.
Shit, man. So, One Division.
Amazing.
I don't think it was all that. Yeah, it went downhill for me, man, in that episode.
Yeah, he's like, nah, man, it wasn't enough. They need more expanse in it, man.
Yeah. Like, it wasn't very expansive, was it?
It wasn't. I tell you what, yeah, if they had shown, what's his name? What's the evil Vision called? If they had shown him at the end, with a fucking fedora, that would have been it. I would have been like, oh!
Well, there's an evil Vision.
Episode of the year.
Yeah.
Is that? Oh, no, but the Vision that they made at the end, is he evil?
Vision. That
is Vision, but
so he's not gonna be an evil one.
Yeah, he will. He's on sword side, isn't it?
That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, so then what will? So he's coming. So they made him come back to life, yeah.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna make him be nice again or whatever.
And
then it's all happy families again, isn't it?
I don't know. What I thought is they'll find some way to put Vision's, like the constructed Vision that Wanda's like kind of made, it's all come out this week that she's like able to create from nothing, and she's got like kind of chaos magic and stuff like that. So she created that Vision. She didn't steal him.
Yeah.
So she might find a way to like, me.
What happened?
A fucking chair.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna mute your mic.
So I reckon they'll find a way to like meld the two.
Well, her powers come from the Mind Stone.
Yeah. And so the new Vision came from the Mind Stone.
Yeah. So there is a way that they could bring that back, because we don't know what the Mind Stone does.
No.
But yeah, man, I think is a really good.
Brilliant. I watched them all again, but back to back. Day before yesterday? Oh no, Friday. Yeah. On Friday, I watched them all back to back on Friday. And like as soon as I finished a new episode, I started and watched again. I was awake till like fucking 4:00 in the morning or something. But yeah, because I didn't get to sit down and watch it until like 11 o'clock or something.
Okay.
Banging.
Did you see the bit after the music finished?
Yeah.
What happened in that bit again? I can't remember.
That's where they showed Vision.
Yeah, that was a bit.
Oh, when they made him. Okay.
Yeah, that was a bit. Agatha be on that bullshit.
So the Agatha woman, I don't know. I don't know. She's like a good enough villain, man.
I think she's wicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's banging.
Because I don't know. Because I don't know who she is, innit? I've never like.
They showed her. They pretty much showed her backstory. She was. She was a witch from Salem, wasn't she? She was from Salem, like the witch trials, and she.
Yeah.
It's looking like her mum was like the mother of witches. And,
but she was a good witch or something, but then this was a bad witch.
She was just a witch, and then but Agatha was like kind of assimilating like the dark powers, and that's what they were putting her on trial for. And yeah, she won. I don't know, man. It's fucking. I'm really, really looking forward to the next episode, because the next episode's the last one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're gonna do.
What do you think that Falcon and Falcon and Geezer, Winter Soldier? Do you think that's gonna?
Falcon and Geezer, yes, it's better.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I think that looks wicked. I'm really looking forward to Loki though.
I want Loki, man.
Oh yeah, that looked funny.
I
think that's gonna be the one.
Like, because the Falcon and Winter Soldier looks like an all-out, like kind of Captain America style action, like kind of bang along. Like it looks like it's going to be loads of fun, like loads of explosions, shit going on, like backstory. But the Loki one looks like it's going to be pretty deep.
I started watching, which I hadn't seen before. Oh, I can't remember the fucking name of it now. It's like the Young Mutants. So it's like X-Men, but it's like the teen X-Men. But they're not X-Men, they're just mutants. Like
what, a film?
Nah, it's not even a film, it's a series.
The New Mutants.
They've just put it up on Disney, haven't they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what's it called?
Isn't it called the New Mutants?
Nah, it's like Gen X, Generation. I don't know what it's called. I literally started watching it. I was like, what is this, Marvel?
Yeah, yeah.
And then like started watching it. Stan Lee was in it. Like, I mean, it was legit. I was like, okay. So me and my daughter started watching it. I was like, yeah, okay. But I've been getting into the cartoons as well, man. I started watching Silver Surfer. Yeah. They haven't got the original Silver Surfer, but they got the one that started in '96, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all right. Started watching the original X-Men cartoon as well. It's cold.
That's the classic. That's the standard setting.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah. Was it called The Amazing X-Men?
I don't even know.
Yeah, because there's a few X-Men, but the '90s one, I can't remember. Yeah.
There's a few ones they don't have, which I don't know why. But they need to get the Fantastic Four, not the one they've got on there, because they do have a Fantastic Four, but there's one called Fantastic Four, like World's Mightiest Heroes or something, which is amazing. It's like manga style anime, anime style animation. It is sick. Like it's probably one of the best. Like it's probably one of the best cartoons, like Marvel cartoons.
I don't know that one actually.
It's sick, bro. I'll send you the link. On the illegal site, but they need to get that up on Disney Plus as well. And they don't have. They need to get Hulk versus Wolverine. They haven't got that on there, and they ain't got Planet Hulk either.
I watched that fairly regularly on YouTube.
Yeah, what Planet Hulk or
Planet Hulk.
They got Planet Hulk on Amazon, I think.
Is it?
I think so as well. Yeah,
I've seen it somewhere.
It's got more on YouTube. Like all the feature length animated ones. They're pretty much all on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just need to buy them off iTunes, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I do watch them pretty regularly.
Yeah, there's some. It's cool, man. I like how they kind of really go into how each character is, because that's the thing with the Marvel movies. A lot of characters get missed.
Yeah.
Whereas with the cartoons, there's a lot. They kind of have a lot more time to give you certain characters, like Jubilee.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Jubilee is like she's like an absolute legend in the cartoon. Like she's one of the main characters, and then like kind of 2 minutes in any of the films.
Yeah, but I don't understand why they like. It's weird as well because they kind of give like Jean Grey. They kind of give her like her part.
Yeah.
It was Jubilee. Jubilee was the young one. It's almost like when in the cartoon you get to meet the X-Men through Jubilee's eyes, really.
Yeah.
And I always thought like that they should have definitely have done that more.
Jubilee's got like in the comics, she's got like one of the maddest stories as well. She's a bit like she goes through like she turns into a fucking vampire at one point.
Is it?
Yeah, she's like goes through quite a long time. Like it's a solid part of her like kind of character arc. She's a vampire for years, and she's like super powerful as well. Then that all gets taken away, and then she gets her original Jubilee powers back and stuff. She's a mad character, Jubilee.
I watched the Dark Phoenix, the last X-Men movie?
No. I've watched it a couple of times just because it's on Disney now. It's fucking
it's rubbish.
They didn't even try.
It's crap.
Okay, it's nah. You're going a bit harsh on it, man. You're going a bit harsh on it.
Well, I didn't. Yeah, well, it's all right, but it's nothing like. I just think it was nothing special, and then way like they had because that she don't kill Mystique in the comics and all that stuff, does she? Like it's all like they're trying to do their own thing, and they just like it just wasn't very good. And then I don't know.
But at that point, I didn't really give a shit if she killed Mystique at all. Like it just if Mystique had died in like say. I don't know, what was the Days of Future Past?
Yeah.
That would have really meant something because it was a meaningful film. Like that Dark Phoenix film, or even what's it called? Is it Apocalypse, the one before?
Yeah, Apocalypse.
That was a decent film. I quite like that. Like it wasn't brilliant, but that was when they were on their downward spiral. But if she died in that would have actually like properly meant something. But in that film, it was like, okay, cool. The end of the films anyway, like who gives a fuck?
I thought, like I was on my phone for a little bit of it, like I wasn't really paying that much attention to it. But what I saw from it, I was like, did we do this already? I feel like we've done this before.
100%. Yeah.
The last X-Men trilogy kind of ended a similar way.
Yeah.
And why did it always make Cyclops such a bitch, man? Like I want to see Cyclops like.
Well, I don't even remember who Cyclops was in this one.
Cyclops is such a...
Exactly. But I get why they're doing it, because when you watch the cartoon, you kind of go, like he's just a little bit, like he's just running after Rogue all the time, innit? He's just trying to like, him and but then again, even in the cartoon, he was like the main. He's like the leader.
He's the leader. Yeah.
But I don't understand in this. He's just like, nah, they're not giving him his.
Because in X-Men 1,
Gambit.
Yeah, for real. In X-Men 1, and X-Men 2, Cyclops, he was quite a good in the film, the films before.
Yeah, he was
good. But in X-Men 3, I heard that because he was playing the part of Lois Lane's new boyfriend in Superman Returns, they wrote him out of X-Men 3. So when Jean Grey came out of the water as the Phoenix, he just blasted him straight away. Like, he was like, and it just killed him.
There wasn't even it wasn't even a good death. Like, it was a cutaway. Yeah. Like, and then he just wasn't there anymore.
Yeah.
Don't do that to me, man. If you're gonna kill me right, man. Don't let me get killed by the woman I love. Like, I mean, what I'm crying after all the time.
That was one of the most obvious write-outs as well, because they just didn't give him anything at all. Like, he was depressed, and then all of a sudden he saw his wife he loved, and then he wasn't there anymore.
Yeah.
Killed him. Like, it was, it's complete rub. But he is always like, Cyclops is always like, in the films, in both incarnations, he's just a dickhead. Like,
well, he's like the goody two shoes leader dude, isn't it?
Yeah, but see, you say that, but again, I just feel like the cartoons, even though it's all exposition, it's all, I'm gonna go, I better be quiet so they don't hear me, even though I'm talking really loud. Like, it's real, like they explain everything, but at the same time, when you look at the character development, and bearing in mind they have a really short time of doing it, they showed Cyclops as, I'm the leader of this shit, and I will make the tough calls as well. Because what's his name? One of the X-Men dies in the first episode.
In the first episode, yeah.
The one who can change,
shape or something. Yeah,
and he dies in the first episode. And Cyclops is like, boy, it is what it is, isn't it, man? Fuck that guy. And Wolverine's the one like, nah, like, what you saying? Like, I'm going back to get him. And so it shows you, he's like, nah, he's not a pussy. He's like, he's a soldier. He actually says, these are orders, man. Like, this is what the orders are. Like, if you take it or whatever. But in the films, for some reason, it's like you're not giving that. You're not giving him that, because you're thinking, oh, everyone loves Wolverine. Wolverine's the one everyone loves. That's cool. You can still have everyone loving Wolverine, but Wolverine's the rebel. And they try to make him a bit of a rebel, but he's still the second in command. And it's like, nah, he's never supposed to be that. He's supposed to be the one who comes and goes. And even where they kind of set up like he does come and go, we never really see that. We just see him come. And we talk about him not being there. But
I think with films like that, it's a detriment to them having too many lead characters, because you almost need like Wolverine to fill the entire story, which he did for he was in pretty much every single one, barring a couple of the actual X-Men franchise, like across both generations, wasn't he? Like so like he was,
and he has he has 4 solo films.
I think Hugh Jackman did a good job though, but my friend doesn't like Hugh Jackman. He's Hugh Jackman's crap because he's too tall. He should have got a short guy to play Wolverine.
He's definitely too tall, because the thing about Wolverine is, not that it ever really comes up unless you're a fucking proper nerd. You don't really give a fuck. Wolverine's supposed to be the shortest X-Man. He's supposed to be like, he's like 4'11", 5'2". I've seen him out as well. He's tiny. He's really, really short. And that's his whole thing, isn't it?
But as somebody who's like a Wolverine, someone as a kid, when I first saw Wolverine, I was like, oh my god, this guy's got adamantium claws. He can't die. He can't break him. To me, knowing he was short, I was like, nah, man. All right, fuck that. So having him tall, to me, it makes the character better in my eyes, anyway.
For me, like when I used to read the X-Men as a kid, I was all about Magneto. Like, I was the biggest Magneto fan. Like, he was like, even because it's that like kind of anti-hero at the same time. Is like, he's a baddie, but he's also like kind of got good intentions at the same time. I used to
see in the comic, right? Because I ain't read the comics here, but like I remember in the film, he comes from the Nazi concentration camps, and he's been put in Auschwitz and that, But in the comics, is it that? Because in the cartoon they change it, and he's not.
I don't think so.
But then again, it depends, innit? Because there are comics that go down that route. But in the cartoon,
you can answer this.
In the cartoon, It just says the army had attacked his like small town. So so it's just like he's come from persecution. But I think them taking that and making it the Nazis coming to get him and making it Auschwitz. Yeah, I think that adds a lot of weight to the character. It kind of grounds it into more into reality. Yeah. Man. I think the cartoons do a really good job of explaining the characters, and even as well, I was thinking like back in those days, in that time, I guess in the 80s, when you had cartoons, you had to have a goodie and a baddie, right? And in X-Men, you do have a goodie and a baddie, but it's still set up in a really cool way where it's like, I'm not really the baddie here. I'm for myself. When I used to record that Terry's, I used to spend a lot of my time reading that. Man. I used to love that.
Because the X-Men's like didn't the creator
powerful and dangerous of all mutants. Magneto has been both the foremost enemy of the X-Men and sometimes their ally. As a boy, he was imprisoned in a Nazi death camp in Auschwitz, Poland. Sickness and malnutrition prevented Magneto's mutant powers from emerging there. In Auschwitz, Magneto's families punished, and he witnessed the inhumanity of people can show to those who are considered different. So there you go, the official line, which is canon in this one. But you're right, Jen. I don't think in all his incarnations he's actually from Auschwitz.
No, in the cartoon, like that's super fresh on my mind, so I watched it
today.
I thought they must have done that in the cartoon to not make it too disturbing for little kids.
I guess so. They could have done it that way. If it was,
I doubt they'd like include that in a kid's cartoon about him being from Auschwitz.
But I was thinking today, I was like, if I ever did my own cartoon characters, my own comic characters, one thing I would do is I would do individual, write individual stories for them from birth right up before I even introduce them, because that's I feel like some of the character development that Marvel writers do, and DC as well, it's kind of genius, man, when you think about how far ahead you have to go, and you're introduced to these characters as a fully formed human, but then they all have really good backstories, and obviously sometimes they're going back and rewriting and adding things in, but I think that's what it's all like make-believe shit, but that's what gives it the shit that we like, is because there's so many elements involved in it.
100%. Like the deeper you can get into a character, the more invested you'll be in them.
Yeah.
It's mad looking at this now, how like some of the major characters that we know now have got such small like kind of write-ups in this.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, like Wolverine's got 4 pages. Fucking mad.
I like She-Hulk. The She-Hulk cartoons, the She-Hulk live action's coming soon as well.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Who's gonna play She-Hulk?
I can't remember. I don't know.
They cast it. I can't remember who.
It's all cast already, man. But they got the writers. I think it's already in production. But that's coming soon. So a lot of good stuff coming, man.
You lost me now, mate. Like I'm involved in this.
He's in his book. So guys, you listening to the podcast, don't expect to hear anything from Terry apart from pages. Here's what you got. You got pages turning from Terry, and you got AC on his squeaky chair. Don't say we don't give you the quality, man. Don't say we don't.
I don't
know. You need to put some music over it on the anchor thing. That's what I've been doing mine and Terry's one. Have you checked that one out?
I haven't checked out yet, but no, I'm not.
Check it out, man.
Down to your chair were you eating crisps?
Yeah. You might hear that, man.
You put music under the whole thing.
Yeah, AC and Terry's mad chat. We put some soothing, I put soothing music behind it.
I said to you before, it actually does work to make it sound a little less absolutely fucking mental.
I feel like listeners of this podcast, they want the pure, raw, unabridged, unedited, uncut, raw version. So no music, no nothing. You get the intro music, the outro music. That's all you get.
But it's mad though. The music goes on like for 3 hours or how long you got it. It just plays in the background. It's like some pianist playing. Like one of them, I had like all this. I don't know, like was Rhodes keyboard sound or something like that in the background, and it's all playing different melodies throughout the whole thing. It doesn't it's not noticeable where it repeats on a loop. So it's mad how they done it, man. Even like the other one had like a jazz pianist vibe. So it's like we're talking in a fucking bar or something. There's a jazz pianist playing in the background there. The whole way, I couldn't notice where it was repeated. So it done it really well, man, on the Anchor.
Nah, if you want to hear music on this podcast, you got to play your own music in the background.
Yeah, exactly.
Check me out on Spotify.
What you got coming out this week then?
Man, last week was cold. Last week did really well. I had a dud week the week before. Like, this really did shit. And this week kind of brought me back. So we had a single called Mad One featuring Jams and Scotty Stacks from The Manor. The Manor, one of my favorite groups. Fucking love them. So it's sick to have him on a track. And yeah, that did really well. This week we've got a track called, what's the track called? My Brother, featuring Manga, who's like, if you know me, my fucking favorite artist right now, and been my favorite for a fucking while. And also Pavan as well, Orifice Volgatron.
You've basically got two of the coldest lyricists in the entire UK on one track.
It's nuts, man. It's nuts. So
I mean, I love Pavan. Like, I love his stuff. But Manga is just upper echelon for me.
Yeah, man. Manga's he's the blueprint of a lot of what I do. So
yeah,
it's kind of really cool to be able to get those people on as well. And when I was putting this album together in 2019, like, hollering at certain people and trying to get verses from them was tough. And Manga was one of those guys who was just like, yeah, man, I'll do it. Because there's always like two levels. So there's a level when you ask them, you say, yo, will you jump on the track? And they might say yeah, they might say no, they might say yeah for $2,000, $3,000 or whatever. But then if they say yeah, there's always a chance that they might not do it. So I had a lot of people that told me, some big artists that were like, yeah, I'll do it, but they never did it. And you can't really be like, yo, where's that verse, man? Come on. You kind of just got to just leave it like, all right, cool. But one day I was just sitting there, my inbox pinged off, and I saw it. I was like, nah, the Manga verse was there.
Yeah.
And it's cool as well, because what's happened is, with all the beats, we've gone over all of them and we've reproduced and remastered. So they're just like, they're 10 times better than what I sent them. So the beat I sent them originally, they're like, yeah, that's sick. But then what I'm sending them back, they're like, nah.
Yeah.
Shapes is just doing magic. Shapes is just, I send him garbage and he just makes gold. Like, I send him shit and he just rolls that in fucking glitter and just puts it in a fucking box. And it's just like, what the fuck? So they're hearing these songs. Mad One was sick as well, because Mad One, he didn't even use the beat. The beat was done and he was just like, yeah, like, in the nicest way, he was like, yeah, like, because of what we've done like some good stuff. This beat just ain't gonna cut it. Let me just do a whole nother beat. I was like, yeah, bro, do you? So he came with another sick beat. I sent it to them, man. They were just like, wait, what? This is crazy. So yeah, that's what we've been doing. So it's been a really good experience. And
I tell you what, this for me is probably turning out to be your most like kind of conducive project. Like everything feels right. The imagery, the guests, the tracks, everything just feels like one whole, like, solidified project. And I'm almost happy. And you know that I really rate Apathy as a rapper. I don't know if you were talking about getting on this project.
No, it was the one before.
Yeah, cool. Well, I'm happy there's no one like that. Even though I think he's sick, I'm really happy there's no one like that on this project.
This one was a UK. It was, so mainly it's grime, garage. We might even sneak in another one, because what's happened is, when the album drops, it means that you would have heard all the songs because they were all singles. But I might do another little sneaky one with another garage legend, just to, because we've been talking about doing it, and I'm like, maybe I should do an extra track just so that when you get the album, you got something else to go on there. So you haven't. What
was that garage track that you did? Who did you do it with? And the one that EZ played.
Was that Paris? Nah,
I can't remember. You need to do another one like that, like another proper, like, kind of baseline one.
Let me think. It might have been Paris, man. I think it was Paris. But yeah,
no. It wasn't Paris. You did it with another producer.
Oh,
it was
the one you done with Shapes.
It was EZ's 24-hour set that he did like last year.
Maybe it was Move with Shapes. It might have been.
Yeah. Because I remember seeing it on because it was the biggest hype that he's ever doing that 24-hour set. And then you posted the thing, and he was playing your tune. I was like, fucking hell! I got really hyped about it. You need to do another one like that, like a proper. Like kind of, I think anyway, like a proper bass line, like taking a hook from your vocal and like kind of repeating it. You just spitting some like hard bars over the top of it, proper like hardcore bass line, rolling beats, 1-3-5 kind of style.
Yeah, well, we got a little bit of time now, so the next album is already done. As far as like the main parts of it are done anyway, so it kind of gives us a good maybe 2 months to really focus on what direction we want to go for the next. Like the last 2 projects, and we'll just see how it all goes, man. See how things are received. That's the way I kind of go. I kind of play it by ear now. I'm like, if people are feeling this, then I can go more that way, because I don't really care what genre I do now. I'm not really bothered. I'm just like, I can do whatever genre. What genre you lot feeling? Whatever genre you lot are feeling, then let's do that, man. Because I just want to have fun with it. Country, if country's the thing.
I like that Old Town Road tune. That little Nas X. I like that tune.
Yeah, something like that, man. I'm a bluegrass fan, so the soundtrack for Oh Brother Where Art Thou? It's one of my favorite soundtracks like ever.
I want to hear you do more garage.
Garage is coming. I got I got a lot of. I'm guessing. There's going to be a lot more garage. There was going to be another garage song on this one.
A Corrupt FM style garage tune.
It's there, bruv. I've got it. I've got one there, but. I'm just kind of like, I'm trying to figure. We'll see. We're gonna see, man. Because I've got some Corrupt FM links. I'm gonna try and see if I can get these guys on something.
Yeah.
Because that would be cool for the next project. Because the next project again,
like a nothing like that. 2021.
Yeah.
No, something like that. That would be fucking sick.
That would be cold, man. That would be cold, and I feel like it's age appropriate as well.
It is. It totally is.
And I think that's why I'm kind of having more fun. But what I have noticed though is, that stuff is hit and miss in a way where if you're making music for the old heads, it has to go down the right channels, because if it doesn't and you're playing it to the kids, they just don't really get it, and it just doesn't get the stream. So I learned the hard way with original.
It's like that scene in People Just Do Nothing when they go
man.
To the uni party.
What happens in it? He's doing what?
So they go to Craig's uni, and like Grinders making all the kids in the common room listen to. I think it's something like that, isn't it? It's like
it's their video. He's like, check the new video. And like they're like, all right, mate, whatever. Not really into that. But I'm getting some good support, some good radio support. I haven't got the big 3 yet. I'm still trying to get target Mr. Jam. I'm trying to get Mr. Jam, man. Mr. Jam listened to Paris and hit me back and was like, yeah, man, it's a good track. And that was it. As far as it went, man. Like,
right.
Play, I'm just like, damn, man. But I was like, at least he's listening and liking, and it means that I'm in, you know what I mean? He knows I exist.
It means you're on the radar. It means you're like kind of your name's in the hat.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna just keep pushing on, man. Like I said, we got 50. We're 10. We got 43 songs left to go, and I only need one of them to hit. So it's all good, man. It's all good.
I want you to do at least one like ragamuffin hip hop tune out of all of them.
I've got one that got missed off is one with a Bugsy, which is a ragamuffin. Yeah, that one got missed off this project because I just felt like it didn't fit with the vibe. This project Vision is really like a party album.
Yeah.
And it's quite man, it's just me having fun with it. And the track that we did was more about the streets and the life, and I was just like, nah, not for this project. For the next one, definitely. But it's a grime dub type track, so it's a reggae vibe.
Nice
ragamuffin tune. But I think we might do a full ragamuffin dub album very soon.
You 100% should. At some point, you definitely should.
Yeah, me and Tom Caruana, we've been talking about this for years, about doing a full project together. We got this one with Wordsmith coming out soon. Me, him, and Wordsmith.
Yeah.
It's actually Caruana's got a new album out with a whole bunch of us. That I think it's either coming out or it's out. I don't know. Check it out, man.
Yeah, I like Caruana stuff, man.
Yeah, he's a musical genius, man.
That stuff that he just did with Wordsmith is fucking sick as well. Is that album even out yet? I don't even know.
I don't think it is. I've been hearing about it for fucking ever, but I don't think it's actually out yet.
Wordsy put like loads of clips up a little while ago, and everything that I heard on it sounded fucking amazing.
It's sick, man. It's sick. It's cool hearing Wordsmith on new sounding music. You know what? It's really hard to make current music when you don't listen to current music, and it's really hard to move away from what you're used to kind of bring a different vibe, unless you're really focused on doing that. And I think because I spent so long trying to get out of the box I was put in, I find it really easy to do modern music and just to do different music. And I don't think Wordsmith has that same mindset, but lyrically, he can kill anything. Like
100%.
And like put him on anything, and he's just like, it's crazy. So hearing him on like trap beats and drill beats and that kind of stuff is nuts, man.
I mean, I don't know because I'm not a rapper, but it's got to be more important of your own self-image of what you see yourself spitting on. Like if he's happy doing like that kind of proto kind of boom bappy kind of stuff with Caruana, he fucking kills it.
Yeah.
Next week he might fancy, like, you never know, he might fancy doing a garage track or like a drum and bass track or something like that. He's got the voice and the skill to be able to do it. He's got the voice and skill to be able to do anything.
Yeah, man. I want him to do more advert stuff as well. I'm like, bro, you need to come over here, man, and do some like just the voiceover stuff, because he's got a mad voice, in it. Like,
definitely got a mad voice.
So I'm like, you need to come over here, bro. Get some of this dough.
Yeah.
That's the future, man. I'm trying to get everybody on this, like, TV, man. TV money, advert money. Like, it's a whole different world out there. I put up this post the other day, and I was saying, I can't wait till I can pay people 10 grand a feature and 10 grand a beat. Like, I'd love to be in that position. It's been like, yo, give me a beat. It's 10, man. Hold that.
Yeah.
And it sounds super crazy if you live in the scene that we're in, but when you're talking about, that's what they do in the advert world every single day. Like for beats that don't even get used, like for adverts that don't even get used, like 50 grand on a demo budget. Like, you know what I mean? Crazy stuff. The money's there, but we're just in like we're in the wrong part of it, man. We're just not seeing the bits.
There's plenty of money knocking about, man. You just have to know how to access it.
Yeah, man. I think the deeper I get into this, the more I see it, I'm just like, it is a bit mad. It's a bit mad at the end of the day, but it's not mad. It's something we should start getting used to. But
the thing is, I think all of us have come from a world where money is always an issue. Like when you, like our budgets at any given time, some of them may be higher than others at given parts of our career, but they're never walk away from it money. Like, but you get to like kind of glimpse every now and again, like that kind of walk away from it money. And if you can work out the best codes to be able to access that on like for like kind of ongoing, then you fucking set, man.
Because what do you? Okay, this is the question that I ask a lot of people. What is your minimum budget that you think you can make a decent run at an album with? So we've just seen Gets do what Gets has done. I have no idea how much Warner have given him, but it looks like a lot. Someone was saying the other day, like, oh, how comes Gets' album is getting so much of a bigger push than Chip's album did? And forgetting about the caliber of artists, we don't have to talk about that. But Chip's an independent artist, man. Like Chip can only put in what he's gonna put in. Whereas we know, like, when Warner feel like something is gonna work, they're gonna put a little bit in. I don't know how much that little bit is, but it's
a lot littler a bit than it used to be, than it was even 10 years ago. I reckon 25 to 40, 50 grand is what you could, like, taking away from recording and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, this is marketing budget then.
This is marketing budget. Okay. I'm not talking about recording or anything like that. I reckon 25 to 50 grand, you could probably get in like what Chip has done. What Gets has done. Yeah. I can't believe the Gets didn't get to number one, if I'm honest, because I haven't stopped seeing it. I bought the album. Yeah. The album was fucking $4.99.
Yeah. Is that any good?
Yeah, it's wicked. What I heard, it's really good. Yeah. I haven't had a proper chance to like kind of. I really like Gets. I'm not the biggest Gets fan in the world, but I bought it because I wanted to get him to get to number one.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not anything against Gets. It's just that, like, his voice isn't
your cup of tea.
In my cup of tea, yeah. But I love him in like kind of his freestyles and stuff like that, and like his videos and stuff. But that's just my personal preference. I think he's a fucking quality artist. I can't believe how much I saw Gets over the last 3 weeks everywhere. Like,
when you say, he really did. Like they pushed out. So when you say 50 grand for a marketing budget, would that include videos as well?
Yeah, because I reckon that's what's realistic.
Okay.
Yeah, I reckon that's what's realistic. I reckon that his videos, you could probably do any of his videos for like 5 to 10 grand.
Yeah.
I reckon 3 videos off the album, say like anywhere between 15 and 20, 25 grand. And then the rest of that goes into marketing.
Damn, man.
I could be very wrong though, but that's my estimation.
Yeah, but to me that sounds right. That sounds, and from what I'm seeing, I'm like, I can see how that would work. I know how much videos cost at that level. 10 grand for a video of what he's doing is pretty reasonable. Might even got it cheaper than that, really. So I can see that.
5 to 10 grand on the videos that I've been seeing, and all like the kind of the content that I've been seeing that's probably like paid for through the marketing budget. I reckon if they had someone on retainer to do that kind of stuff, that's probably like between 3 and 6 grand, I reckon. Yeah. Because and you would feel cool with giving a PR company that kind of money as well, like giving them 10 to say, go on, do what you got to do. But you're not talking about any kind of regular PR company here. You're talking about like the PR company, like what are they called? I'm trying to who actually did his PR. I'll find out later who actually did his PR. You're talking about like kind of high end PR. You're talking about like we worked with a really fucking high end PR company for a little while to do like some of the Prodigy stuff. And I know what they spent, and it was around about that amount of money. We just did the underground DJs, and it wasn't even the full Prodigy thing. It was like it was a Maxim thing. And he told me what they spent, and it was around about that price. I reckon it was Cyan Anderson, her company. I can't remember, but it wasn't that one, but they're very, very, very similar to that. Yeah, man. I just feel like give me a budget, man. Someone give me a budget. Give me a budget. I'm gonna do something with it, man. Trust me. I'm gonna do something with it. And I feel like with let's go minimum. Yeah, let's say we stick to that 50 grand on the marketing side of things, and give me another 20 on the recording side of things, or you know what I mean, 30 maybe. Give me 100 grand straight, 100 grand flat. Yeah, I just feel like you can make. Not only can you make the best quality music, but you can give it that chance to get the push where it needs to be, and then that changes everything, man. And to me, when I'm seeing what's getting spent out there, 100 grand ain't even like it's not even that. You know what I mean? It's not even crazy money. Like 100 grand nowadays is a development budget for like an artist that they don't even know if they're gonna fucking actually release in the end.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And there's management companies spending that. That's not like record labels spending that. The record labels were recouping that from the management companies are recouping that from all the back end that's coming off like the record deal. Yeah. Do you reckon being in lockdown helped or hurt Gets his rollout? I reckon it all helps at the moment. Like anything with people where if he'd done it earlier in 2020, I think it would have really, really helped, because people are just stuck to their phones. People are stuck to their screens constantly. Like streaming is down though. Streaming is down. So like. Yeah, but at the same time, general awareness is probably up. I mean, if you're getting to number 2 in the national charts, then the streaming's probably not down on what he's doing. Like, we might be seeing streaming down and like kind of across the board. I've talked to plenty of people and they said their streaming's down.
My streaming gone up.
Yeah, some people do.
Yeah.
I was checking, man. It didn't. Where we are now, we're almost back to the peak we were last year. So we're kind of quite steady. But that's with no playlist as well. So not doing too bad, to be fair. But I'm cheating the system because I've got my volumes a lot higher. So like I don't need to let's say for instance, I get 10 streams a day on one song. But I'm not just putting out one song. I've got 10 songs out now. So those 10 streams a day and those one now is 100 streams a day. So it's kind of working in my favor the way I'm doing things. The Harry Shotter track is my biggest track on Spotify for forever. It's killing it right now. But at the same time, it's not killing it on Apple. Like Mug is killing it on Apple. So I don't know how things work. It's really weird, man. But yeah, man, it's interesting just kind of just seeing how things go. I'm trying my best not to burn out this year because I can't afford to. So I'm trying to just like relax with it. And obviously people don't understand. Yeah, I got to do my singles, like my music, but I've also still got to do the advertising work. I still got to do my publishing deal work. So I had to do 5 songs for them last week when I was not in the mood to do any fucking music. But I had to bang out 5 songs pretending to be happy, which almost killed me.
You want a rolling contract with them then? They
yeah.
And then you just keep giving them stuff.
Pretty much, man.
So what were they using those songs for?
I don't even.
The ones where you're trying to be happy or whatever.
They go to like. I've never heard them. I've never actually heard them. But what will happen is on the royalty invoices, whatever they call it. What are they called? Your statement. Yeah, you'll just see like random places, CBBS. You'll see some Greek film, like movies in different places. So
what they're probably doing, like what most publishing companies do, is they'll have like a library of music. So they'll get Jen to record a happy tune, a sad tune, a hype tune, or whatever, and then they'll release an album called Happy Kids Hits, or they'll do like an album called Cyber Funk Aggression or something like that. There'll be a robot on the front and there'll be 20 tracks on there that will kind of the music curators and pickers will go, yeah, we'll use that one, and they'll pull it off. They've already paid the royalty for it. They'll pull it off, and then Jen will see the back ends when it gets played somewhere in the world, wherever it is, whether that's fucking National Geographic or CBeebies.
Yeah, and it's cool. It's really cool in a way because it's like the last one I did. We're talking like we must be talking at least 6-7 years ago. So I haven't done one for time.
Yeah.
But I've been getting money from them every single year, and not like like more money than I get from my own normal. Well, maybe not my sales, but more money than I'll get from like my normal royalties, unless it's a song that I've already licensed to someone else. But for them, if you take those away, because I feel like they skew the stats because. If it's a licensed song, because it's getting played on big places, like you're getting Netflix money and shit. But if you take away that and just like my normal music money, the publishing deal kills that because you're getting.
100%. It will every single time. Like I still see money off the back of my publishing deal, and I did it 15 years ago.
It's crazy.
They're still licensing that music. Like I'll get my statement through, and there'll be shit from Japan. There's always shit from Japan because we did stuff in Japan. But there'll be like, again, like National Geographic or the Cooking Channel, Scandinavian, or something like that. And there'll be bits and pieces like that. And there'll be like 300, 400 quid and a couple of them like on the same statement. You're like, okay, yeah, this is actually all right. This is doing pretty good. But I mean, I've put together those kind of albums for publishers, like curated the music and pulled them together. And it's an entirely like kind of hidden part of the scene. Like as you like kind of as time progresses, a lot of the like kind of producers in the breakbeat and drum and bass and stuff like that scene, they'll start releasing albums that sound like mad cinematic, and they'll get a commercial release, but they'll have like a really cinematic cover, and it will sound like soundtrack music or whatever, because the main purpose for that album is for it's been signed by a publisher, and then the publisher takes it off and pitches it, and that those pieces of music for slightly lower fees but more usage will turn up in films all over the world, like a Greek horror or a Icelandic like kind of science fiction independent film or something like that. And the money just keeps rolling in from it, because these things are then licensed to fucking Netflix and Amazon and all that kind of stuff. And the money just comes in, and you're sitting there and you're going, cool, like there's another 500 quid, there's another 200 quid, there's another, and that's what publishing is nowadays.
It's nuts as well, because when I did the first one, I think the first one I did 9 songs. And one of the things he said to me was like, yeah, like, you know how you write your bars? Like, your bars are so good. He's like, don't do that. He goes like, don't write too good. He's like, I don't want it to sound like, don't use too much of your energy into this. And so he wanted me to just say anything, like I was freestyling. But like, because of the way I am, I can't not write. Like, it has to be good for me, because in my mind, I'm like, one day someone else is going to hear this and be like, wait, that's Jen? Well, God.
This is Elijah. A, B, C to the D, E, F.
And obviously the beats are like nothing I would ever use. The beats are just like bum 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 bum. It's like you never hear me on those kind of beats. But like I still got to come with like, you know what I mean? Some
but your bars on that big advert, I hear it like whatever. Like when you post it, I've seen it on the TV. Your bars on that are pretty good. Yeah,
but that's different. See, that's the hardest one as well, because that's what they're gonna go. Here's the music, and you're like, okay, and they go, right, these are the lyrics. We want you to write these things in the lyrics. So you're just like, damn, I gotta like shoehorn this shit in, but I gotta make it sound good, and I gotta make it sound super. It can't be, oh, what? It can't be that Genesis. It has to be like happy, like, so it is, to me, that's a little bit harder, because you're trying to maintain your authenticity. Yeah, because that's what they want. But
the thing is, it didn't sound unauthentic. It just sounded like you just rapping.
Yeah.
It just sounded like rapping. It sounded like good rapping. It wasn't like fucking hell, I know that bloke.
But again, it's not a beat.
Best mate, bollocks.
I got one sent to me, the funniest one. I got one sent to me by a massive company, yeah. And so they sent the beat, and the producer sent the lyrics. So the lyrics had been written by an exec. So they're like, this is the rap we want you to rap. So I'm like, what? I got to rap. And he's like, yeah. And then he sent me over him rapping the lyrics. He's like, I'm really sorry, man. These are the worst. These are the worst lyrics ever. And it's like one of them ones where it's like, we've been here for a year. There's no more cheer. Like, what the fuck are you talking? Like, it was really bad, yeah? And so I was like, I did it because I was just like, well, if I want the job, this is what they want in it. So I did it, and then I sent back, because what they don't really care about the bars. They're just trying to hear my voice, innit?
Yeah.
They might even get someone else to write the bars. So one of the biggest advert I ever did was where I wrote the bars, but they still pitched it to bare people. They pitched it to what's that guy, the Irish rapper? Sick, Rob.
Rob, I can't remember his name, but yeah, it's wicked rap.
Yeah, so they pitched it. So he had to rap my bars, because they were like, we want to hear the voice. Like, what voice are we going to use? They had the guy from Peaky Blinders. They got him to do it as well. So bare people did it, and in the end they were like, nah, we'll just let you do it. So then it's cool, because then you get paid to write it, and then you get paid to perform it as well. So then your pay just doubles. So this one, it's a case of, we just want you to perform. You're probably not going to write. We'll get someone else to write it. But then what I did was like,
still good money in the performance though.
Yeah, it's still sick. Like,
it
is what it is, isn't it, man? But then what I did was I wrote a verse as well. So they literally gave me 15 minutes. It was like, it was 3:45. He was like, we need to pitch this for 4:00. Can you get it done in 15 minutes? So I did his thing, and then I wrote my own verse, literally 7 minutes, wrote my own verse, sent it back to him, was like, this is what I would do, like, as a proper rapper. This is how a verse should sound. And he was like, fuck, that's sick. Okay, I'm sending that as well. So hopefully that will just be like, cool, like your voice, and we like your bars. So
will you get writing credit for that as well?
Yeah, you get writing credit, but it will always be a buyout. So you're never gonna you don't get royalties for it. But you do. No,
but you get you'll get the PPL and the PRS off the back of it.
It depends though. It depends. Some of them you don't. Some of them is just a straight buyout.
Yeah, not if it's a buyout.
It's off the back of it.
Nah,
not if it's a buyout. No.
Only the one that I.
So you still get a. No, I mean, I don't know how it works nowadays, but regardless, you're just not seeing any kind of back end royalty, but you should still get your writers and performers for it. I don't know. I'm not in your business, but you should still get them. I'm
trying to think in what ones I've done, because I know there's been times where I haven't got it. So the very, very first one I did for Magnus Irish Cider, they buy your publishing.
Right. Yeah. Still buy the publishing. But the thing is, it's those things aren't necessarily intrinsically like kind of linked. The reason that writers and performers actually like kind of exist, that part exists over there, because you can sell it, never see a royalty off it, never see any publishing off of it, never see anything off of it, but that lives in a separate world. PPL and PRS live in a separate world. I'm
trying to think, man. I have to double check.
Yeah, I mean, it may be different nowadays, but there may be some clause where they can actually collect off the back of that as well and claim themselves as the writers because they bought the right for it.
Maybe.
Yeah, but I mean, PPL, you should still see a PPL because you can't circumnavigate the system.
Yeah.
Where if it's your voice on there and you're actually performing it, they can't take that royalty from you.
I'll double check, man. I don't.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I don't check those statements enough for that because I tell you why. Because the upfront money is so big, you're not even bothered. It's like, what's it going to be? What you're going to get off that? So I guess that's part of it. When I did the Magnus one, they were like, because it's a Stone Roses song, they don't allow you to change the lyrics of their songs.
No.
So they were
that's a basic law with covers. You're not allowed to you can change the lyrics, but they have to pay for that. Like if they can get it for free if you don't change any of the lyrics or the chord structure. Like so you can cover whoever you want, whenever you want, as long as you don't change the lyrics or the chord structure.
So I changed the lyrics, yeah. So they were like, your lyrics now belong to the Stone Roses. So the only way you can do that is if they buy your publishing, they own what you wrote.
Yeah.
So when I actually recorded it, I had lawyers there. So like I would spit, I'd do my take, then the lawyers would go back, they would talk to each other, and they'd go, yeah, let's go here. Cool. Then I would take, and then like, so if I changed anything, they wanted to know like what the lyrics were. Like it was mad, and the company were like, it was like some mad thing. They were like, you can get the rights to it. You can buy the rights of your own lyrics if you want, but it's 70 grand. So I was like, I was like, yeah, I was like, nah, you're cool, innit? Like, can I have my money, please? But yeah, man, it's a proper mad world. It's a mad world, and I think like once people start doing it,
yeah,
and you kind of the first time you're doing it, you realize you're just like, raw, like you're talking about we're in a fucking recession, and you lot are spending. This is a mad one. I got paid £350 to say 3 words once, and they paid my travel as well.
Hey, I got pulled like there was a Nike advert years ago, about 15, 17 years ago, and it was Ronaldo, I believe, like the original Ronaldo, in his house, and he had a ball. And he was basically doing all these tricks around the house, like and kind of doing that on top of the ball. And what they wanted, it was such a stupid idea. They wanted me to scratch like to the ball's movement. So anytime he was doing it, and they were going to edit in these scratches like around the ball's movement. It's fucking failed from the beginning. Like I did it and I fucking killed it, to be honest. But like, because I was following around the house, like doing like little cuts and like drag backs and stuff. And they paid me like 300 quid for it. Never saw the light of day. When it came out, it was just a samba tune.
Yeah, that's the thing. People don't understand the demo. Like the demo money is crazy.
Yeah, the demo money.
Bro, I need to get into this, man. I need to get into this voiceover shit. Bring me in, Jen. Bring me in.
I got we got some stuff. Actually, I got a contract I got signed actually this week. But we got some stuff coming, man. But yeah, the demo money. That's what bugged me out when I first did it, because they'd be like, here's a grand for the verse. And you'd be like, oh no, you say, yeah, will you do this? And you're like, yeah, cool. All right, can you send an invoice of £500? You're like, what are they going to take it? They done it, yeah? No. That's just for you saying, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool. Like,
Yeah.
you do it, you send it to them. Right, you send another invoice, another £500.
We made a shit ton of money. Like I say, a shit ton. It was probably about 700 quid at the time, which was a lot at the time, for submitting, taking a melody out of one of our tracks and submitting it to, I think it was Unilever, which was like all Lynx, basically body spray. It was a track called Big Time Pheromone, and we took one of the melodies out because it was a bit too close to something else. We sent it to them, and they sent us 700 quid. Never got used.
See, is what it is, man. And they got, because you got so many different agencies working as well. So they'll go to different. You might have 3 different agencies all trying to get this same Aldi advert, and they've all got a demo budget because, like, they're gonna pick the best one anyway. They've got the Aldi have a marketing budget for this advert. It might be 10 million. They're going all around the world, and they'll go, and then they go to one agency. They say, Aldi of this advert, they want a song. They'll send it out to everybody. So you'll see, like, everyone who's connected, everyone's doing, it's like a race to get this song done. Like, on the production side of things, I tried it once and it was just too stressful. I was just like,
too much.
It's like,
Mark was doing the production, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
he was doing that.
The level, he did the beat for the one that I did. The last one I did. Like, the level of producers, like, that they're doing, again, like Terry said, it's like, they're like fucking Hans Zimmer. It's like cinematic music. And there's me with my little fucking boom, boom, like, fuck off, mate. Like, you know
Lex? Lex. Lex does that because he's like he does chords and stuff. Like, he's a proper musician. He just sits in the studio all day making music, making trailer music. He does trailer stuff, like stuff. So he's making these albums constantly, and then they'll get someone from, I don't know, the Fast and the Furious 4s or Fast and Furious 18 or whatever they're on now, and go, right, here's Mama Said Knock You Out by LL Cool J. We want a refit of that, and we want strings behind it, and we want a big crescendo at the end where the car crashes. They'll knock that out, send it over, but 30 other people around the world are doing it. Like, he only has to hit twice a year.
That's it, man.
To make his wage, like, he has to do it twice a year. And once you realise that, it's like, oh fuck, like, the pressure's off a tiny little bit. It's fucking mad. That world is crazy, man.
And the funniest thing as well, so when you see a brief here, so there was a brief that went round probably maybe 4 years ago or 3 years ago, and the brief was, we want a song that sounds like Kanye West's Black Skinheads. So everybody did these Kanye West Black Skinhead type beats, and literally you'll hear it on adverts now. Like, there's so many adverts that have that sound because there had so many beats, people making those beats for that. And I heard the one, I tried to make one of those, I didn't get it, but I heard the guy who got it, and I was like, it sounds like plagiarism. Like, you're way too close to that. Like, it's really weird because it's one of them ones where it's like, we want to use Kanye's song, but they can't. Kanye.
But couldn't Kanye sue them anyway for doing that? No,
because they literally, so you'll send a beat and they'll have lawyers, and their lawyers will go, yeah, that is too close, change that. That's too close.
They've got musicologists there.
The song that I did for the last advert, or a couple of adverts ago, the reference was, what's his name? Flow Rider. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. Right. So because I said the words, but he don't say welcome to my house. He said something similar to that. They were like, yeah, no, you can't say the same words. And I was like, but it's not even that. But so, for instance, let's say the song is Welcome to My House, yeah, and I say, welcome to my crib. They'll go, no, you can't use the word welcome to your crib. So you have to say, yeah, come to my crib. And you'll be like, but it doesn't rhyme anymore. They'll literally send your verse back and none of the words will rhyme. And you'll be like, wait, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? And you've got to try and figure out a way to, it's like, it's
man. We did one of them for, I'm fairly sure it's Black Skinheads as well, like for the NFL. Okay. And I got a load of producers on it with my stupid little fucking publishing company. And all of them had a shot at it, and they all kind of sounded the same because that Black Skinheads is everywhere.
So
it's everywhere, man. Because it's such a cinematic, like, kind of, like, you see it on car adverts, you see it on fucking like Specsavers adverts. It's absolutely everywhere. The sound alikes are all over the place. But but like you say, like I heard the actual guy that got it. Like I went on YouTube and it sounded the fucking same as like all my guys that did it. Rico did one. I'm sure I sent it to you as well. Like I sent it to loads of people.
Maybe it might have been the one. That might have been.
Yeah, that might have actually been the one. Yeah, the NFL advert.
I can't remember which one it was. I know there was. But yeah.
But yeah, there's like they find a sound and all the advertising execs go like, and but Dr. Dre or like kind of Kanye West or Jay-Z or whoever owns the rights to this, it's just never going to give it up. They're never going to, like, it'll be like fucking 10 million if they wanted it. Like, and when they can get an in-house writer to do it for like 10 grand.
Yeah. But like you said though, so one of the things, I think Sway did one, he did an EP, but it's like you said, that the albums are done with the express, like they're done for licensing purposes. So we've been doing this thing, like these short EPs. I said they'll pay us like a little bit of money, upfront money to do these EPs, and then once they're done, they own them. So you still get your royalties from them and everything. But it's a split, but they're really done so that they can sell them basically. So they're normally, when I would do an EP, the theme would be whatever I want it to be. But what they do, they're like kind of have in your mind the kind of music that will be like on an advert, fun, funky, boom, boom, boom. So yeah, I think you could probably find it online. Sway, literally, if you find Sway's last EP, I'm
sure, because they said they end up selling them. Like they end up selling them at retail anyway.
Yeah,
like, there's loads of albums like that around.
Let me see. Like, I can't see on there. Yeah, but Sway's last, it was sick. There's some other guys, they were like, because they were like, oh, would you do it? And I was just like, I don't know about this. And they were like, well, Sway did it. And I was like, wait, what? Sway did it?
Well, yeah.
And I was like, but is it like some bullshit or something? And then was like, nah, like check it out. And I listened to it and I was just like, man, me and Shapes were not that on a weekend. Like it's nothing. So we only stopped doing it because the label, they lost their funding, but they sacked a whole load of people. But we're coming back and doing that soon.
Yeah, but it's a top, like a turbulent world, that one, man. Really fucking turbulent world, because all of a sudden there's just no fucking money in it.
Yeah, but it's cool. Like, I think like when there is money, it's cool if they're.
On the record label end, because it's
I know.
Yeah. There's plenty of record
cool.
labels that have changed their like kind of structure to do like just purely do that now to pitch.
The money's different because obviously it's their money and they haven't got the money yet, so. I think they were going to give us like $5,000. I think they give us like $1,000 for each song, and I was just going to like split it with Shapes or whatever. So he does the beats and I'll do the rapping, and then obviously they're looking to make their money when they push it through, man.
Right, let's end this podcast. I want to go to bed.
Let's end this shit. It's late as fuck. AC stopped talking. AC was the one who was like, fucking, I'm ready, man. Yeah, I'm fucking dinner.
That's because you were talking about stuff like, you were talking about this advert shit and I was just soaking it up, innit? I don't know about that world, innit? So I was
now you know how I feel when you don't talk about politics.
Well,
yeah, man.
What's everybody doing this week?
Fuck all. I've told you what shit I'm doing.
Yeah, there you go. AC, what are you doing this week?
Got to post some of these new hats off.
Oh, I saw them. They're cold, man.
Design.
Yeah.
Sick.
So got to post some of them off tomorrow.
I might sell some of these actually. I might put these up as well.
They got a good NWA vibe about them.
The hat.
Yeah.
I like this. You know, like the White Sox logo in it. So I've done it kind of like that. Yeah.
LA shit.
Yeah, and then shit.
You are Mexican, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm Mexican.
Latino.
But then I got to do what is it? I got some tunes I got to do. Finish this hip hop remix of this Liquid tune, drum and bass tune I've done. Record that.
Come on, hurry up! I need shit. Come on.
Yeah, got a few things to do, man. National D&B cipher in it. I've got to record my verse for that.
Nice.
Sick.
So yeah, just a few things, man. So yeah.
Nice, man. Well, I got my Terry Hooligan and Friends online festival coming up on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, man. So I'm looking forward to that. That'll be wicked.
Sick.
Yeah.
Got some banging talent from around the world, man. I'm really looking forward to that. Good causes as well. That's DKMS, blood cancer, like kind of blood cancer register. Got the UK Food Banks and the Cystic Fibrosis Trust as well. So it's going to be a good one, man. And so make sure you check that out. If you listen to this, make sure you check that out on on my Mixcloud, mixcloud.com/Atomic Hooligan. And yeah, got my webinar tomorrow, my DJ Hub webinar. So big. Go check that out as well. Everybody's listening to this, even if you're not a DJ, go and join mydjhub.com. It's free, and I talk loads of bollocks on there as well.
See?
Yeah.
Not just, I mean, just get off Pornhub and get on my DJ Hub.
Exactly. I mean, they're comparable, to be honest. Yeah. They're frequented by a lot of middle-aged men.
Full of cunts.
The crowd is the same, not the content.
Oh, shit. All right, cool. Guys, peace and love as always, man. We have been the How You Doing podcast, and we'll catch you up next week.
This is our latest one ever.
Yeah, it is our latest one ever, man.
For real. Crazy, man.
All right, cool, man. Peace.